looked, as I was saying though, I looked down
Blah blah
and
blah
all I saw
blah blah
was
blah blah blah.
Wah, wah.
Oh, that's a glitch. That's fun. Awawa,
you're not getting your
awawa.
Grammys back.
We're alive.
Balmoni.
Spumoni,
Moshi Moshi.
Kabloni, Moshi Mosh,
Yep,
Miku
Moshi
Miku Beam. That makes sense, yeah.
Arigato Kinua.
Arigasari.
No, that's Gomenasari.
Ariga, hi there.
Oh, hey there. I mean,
Oh, hey
hi.
there.
Oh, hey there. How are you doing there, bud?
Bad.
I think we did a murder.
Well, that sucks to be you, don't it?
What's our quest? Is it to protect the Grail?
You
Ah.
think
I don't know. I think we should go find the holy cheese curd.
The holy cheese curd.
Yeah. Have you
Ew,
ever
cheese
beer
curd.
battered a cheese curd? Those things I've heard are very good,
they're nasty?
especially with some cheese.
If you
They're
put the
nasty.
cheese in the cheese curd, then it's like you're putting the beer on the beer.
Well, hold on there, bud. If there is only one cheese curd and you're adding more cheese, does that turn it into a cheese curd?
Oh no, that's not how the counting works.
Guys,
Oh,
I
that's not
live
very
near Utah
simple.
that does weird stuff with cheese curds. That's just a cheese-covered cheese curd.
Yes, I'm aware of what happens in Utah. My uncle's there. He's a piece of shit because he married the woman that he married, but that's also because he's just a very passive guy. I lost my accent, but yeah, fuck her.
Indubitably do.
She's a fucking bitch. Also, Magus, did I tell you about the story of the girl that I met at, like, this fucking Mormon church in Utah?
No.
Okay, quick story. I went to
Mormon,
Utah
probably
for the
kinky.
first... What?
Mormon, so they're probably overly kinky.
No, that's... I would be fine with kinky. That was not what happened. So I went to Utah, and at this point, I'm like 16, 17 maybe.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I forgot we added some moves.
Was this before I met Shane? Let's see, this was...
It's in the office.
I think this might have been after that. Oh, no. This was in, I was...
There.
Yeah, I was
Hurricane
16.
and Heavy Slam. Hello, Minnow.
Anyway, I was 16 at the time. I had just recently broken up with my ex, and I just lost, well, not just recently, it was like months before that point, and my grandfather had died in Utah. They moved him out there so that he could be in a hospice care facility, which I still think is super fucking stupid to move him 2 states out when he has dementia. Because, yeah, that fucking tracks, but... So we went over there. We were supposed to be there for like a ceremony, something or other at the church that my uncle went to. We went there. It was bullshit. There was no ceremony or whatever for my grandpa, which we had waited a week in Utah for. It was pure bullshit. And this one girl I was talking to there, she was just talking, and it's like, okay, well, you seem nice to talk to. And she's like, have you ever seen a guy bleed out on the floor before? And I went, no. And she went, I have. And I went, oh, what happened? And she said, well, it was elementary school. I had a razor blade, and there was this kid walking by me, and I wondered what it would be like to slice his neck open. So she did.
Who the fuck?
And she told me that, and I'm just sitting there at the church like, Oh! Okay. Where's my mother? I think we should leave. Now!
Yeesh. You really don't want to be here, do you?
That's how I felt when I heard
Don't
that story
worry.
from her.
It'll be fine.
That's not how I felt after I heard the story from her.
What's this all about? Really?
He also heard that Ogrepon sliced.
I know you must be scared, Ogrepon, but I did my best. So trust me and come with me, okay? But not in that way. Oh, okay. But only if they come with me, too.
Okay, maybe if I take out the game. Oh, I have to turn it off and hold it for 12 seconds.
Alexis, turn it off. Hold it for 12 seconds. Take the game out,
Flip it.
blow on the cartridge, put it back in, pray to 17 different gods.
Flip it and reverse it.
Then we're gonna go around town.
With error code 2101, sorry, 2101-0001.
So that's
Which basically means my Switch patch. 1,
It's
2,
actually
3.
real. Don't be mean to her. Don't worry, sweetie. So, this is the ogre of Uni Mountain. This is the true face of Ogrepon. Oh my god, my model just went fairy godparents.
Yeah, I saw that. Fairies!
That was amazing. I need to immortalize that moment. Froth, make a note in the office 7 minutes in.
Raj.
I have too much food in my mouth. So, this is the true face of Ogrepon, whom we've so sorely wronged. For far too long, we've told tales casting you as the villain here in Kitakami. We all owe you a great apology, which is why we're not giving it to you. Fuck off!
Which is why we would like you to have this complimentary fruit basket, which is not filled with toxins. We would never fill it with toxins. Why are you looking at us like
We're
we
so
would
sorry,
definitely
dear
fill
ogre.
it with
Oh my
toxins?
god, Ogrepon's so cute!
Oh, fucking Christ, I think I need to wait for it to cool down.
Seems I was wrong to worry so much. Who knew
Ogrepon
Kiki had
says
it in
you're a
him?
bitch. Fuck him up, Ogrepon.
Especially since he usually hates talking to people. Ogrepon replaces her cudgel with a shotgun. She discovers
You
the...
can't kill me in a way that matters. Pulls out shotgun.
Ogrepon discovers the joy of bullets.
Ogrepon slam fires. Bam, bam, bam.
Alright, it's time to do a kill.
Ogrepon, you can't do that. That's cheating. All's fair in Nerf and war, bitch. Shit.
Alright. Now, I believe that we're about to have ourselves a rival fight.
What of those? He says as he pulls out a very real gun instead of a Nerf rival.
Alright. Fuck is that one?
I see.
Does he have a full team yet? I think he has a full team at this point. I could be wrong. There. No. No, give me plot. Where the fuck is Plot? Thank you. Okay, he does have a full team of 6 at this point. I wasn't sure if he did. So we get to go use a full team of 6. Dottie's revenge is officially in the works? Bitchin'.
Oh, why are you bitching?
'Cause I can. Okay. Let's grab Tokyo Drift and get him on the team instead of Blender. Blender's too low of a level right now.
That's okay. She screwed up my blender. By she, I mean the Pokemon.
Blender, my blender.
It's a blunder to put the Pokemon in my blender. Oh yeah, Battlefront 2 is very cheap, Magus, if you ever wanted to play that game.
Which one?
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I own the original Star Wars Battlefront 2
Okay.
for the PlayStation.
For the PlayStation?
Yeah!
I have not heard of the PlayStation in many a decade! How
The
goes that
PlayStation.
old device?
That device was one of my favorite things to do. You'd go to Mos Eisley Cantina, you'd grab one of the bad guys and one of the good guys, and then you beat the shit out of each other.
Ah, yes, you mean the ancient rituals. I see, I see.
Many an ancient ritual.
Yes,
Very
so
ancient.
I've heard.
Very ritual.
Is that so? That is intriguing. Very much so, actually. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of knowing such a divine thing to occur in my time, anyway.
Oh no, it is raining.
Oh no! I do not do well in the rain. I melt, actually.
Yeah. Oh my god, that Bonsley just ran away. It's terrified of the rain. I'm gonna kill it. Oh, it ran away.
I had an invisible burp and it hurt like a bitch.
Ugh, I hate those. That Bonsley threw itself off a cliff! That one faded out of existence. These Bonsley are terrified.
To sell.
Onisma, oh, Onisma, I'm gonna take your booty. Gimme your booty. Gimme your ghoul, gimme ghoul.
Cannot say such things, Magus. Oh.
Ba 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 boo ba boo ba boo ba 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 boo ba boo ba boo.
Boo bears, bam 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 bam, boo bear, bam
Boom
bam
boom
bam
boom
bam.
boom boom boom. Dwambi, Dwambo, Dwambi, Wambi, Wambo. A Tim! I didn't know that there was a Tim hidden up here. Oh, hello, Ice Fang. That could be mildly useful for something in the future. Fijo, Fiji, Fija.
Fijo, Fiji. Your
Fijo,
tongue
Fajima?
belongs to me.
Alright, we're gonna save.
Also, Magus. I found a great song that's completely a meme.
Yeah.
Funny as shit. You'll love it.
Eggs.
If I haven't already sent it to you. I think I might have sent you something
Well,
part of
here
it.
we are. Fun! It's a bit lonely out here, but I guess this place must mean a lot to Ogrepon. Take care, okay, Ogrepon? What? Papa! No, you can't go away. Who am I gonna run around and shoot people with if you don't come with me? Ogrepon, you can enjoy the joys of shooting people with a shotgun anytime. You don't need to do that with friends. You can just shoot whoever you want. You're Ogrepon. You can basically do no wrong. You're too adorable to be to be convicted of crime. That's okay, Alexis. Be safe. Hey, you know what? I think Ogrepon might want to go with you, Spindowin. Pokemon! No. Hey! Hold up. Nah. If it's not gonna stay here, then I want Ogrepon to come with me. I made everyone in town like Ogrepon. I deserve to have Ogrepon with me. Fucking pick me, guy. I'm gonna rip his dick off. I know I'm being real selfish, but Spindowin, please, let me battle you. I want to see which one of us should get to keep Ogrepon with them. That's not how it works! Kieran, you fuckstick.
Okay.
Ogrepon is a sentient individual. She chooses who she wants to spend her time with. And you are not a protagonist.
Kieran, you Reddit nice guy, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down.
Look, did you help Ogrepon because you cared, or did you help Ogrepon because you want Ogrepon to like you?
Did you want something out of it, as in you did it as an exchange? Or did you do it expecting nothing? You bitch.
I mean,
Little shit.
we can't even use Ogrepon. I don't think she learns a single spinning move. We are doing this purely out of the goodness of our heart.
Yep. Get absolutely, legitimately nothing from helping her.
Mm-hmm.
That, Kieran, is what it's like to not be a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I want to battle anyway.
I want to battle anyway. I will win her heart by kicking your ass, and then she'll be mine.
Well, that is admirable.
Oh, mine.
Kicking ass for the sake of violence is great and all.
Yeah, but he's kicking ass to try and gain a girl's heart, being Ogrepon.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my question. What the fuck are you gonna do with Ogrepon? Kiki.
Look at how happy Ogrepon is just talking to me.
Right. Kiki, have you even tried to know Ogrepon, or have you just been projecting your own insecurities?
Kiki, what's Ogrepon's favorite color? Green? No, it's blue, bitch.
It's blue! I was about to say blue, too. Even I know it's blue, and I haven't fucking met him.
Yeah. No, she loves blue and red and
That's
green,
why she's,
but blue is her
that's why
favorite.
she
Look, there's
stares
blue on
into
top of
my
that mask.
goddamn eyes.
All right, Kiki, I'm gonna fight you. But if you are a bitch, I will rip your dick off and use it to tie your hair together.
That's right. We're gonna do it exactly as you'd think, too. we're gonna spin it off like a fucking Beyblade.
Helicopter.
Yep, we're gonna strap a Beyblade launcher onto it, put in the ripcord, yank that shit out, Beyblade, let it rip off, and then we're gonna tie your hair with it.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make it like a bob because we're gonna spin your hair up and then stick it in.
Kieran?
Fucking loser.
I did not agree to this. Whoever
Whoever
wins
wins
gets to
gets
be
to be
Ogreppon's partner? That's not what I agreed to.
Kieran, what kind of weird shit are you into? I know
I
nobody
agreed.
likes you, but I'm starting to see why.
I agreed to kicking your ass.
Also, can we take a minute to realize this fucker has a dress shirt with a tie under a coat?
He's wearing a tracksuit over a uniform.
That's not a tracksuit. Because it has a zipper on the side. That is not a tracksuit. That is a formal jacket. That is a Pokemon blazer.
Yeah.
He is dressed up for business, and yet he is a bitch.
Don't you dare hold back! Points to the multiple level 36 Pokemon sitting in our box. We're holding back!
Yeah. Look at that fucking... I shouldn't call it that.
Oh, you have a Shiftry. That's sweet. I know you're
Man, you
probably
have
a
a
better
grass
trainer for
type?
Ogrepon, but
I want to hold them back from being able to progress in life.
I want to be Ogrepon's trainer. I don't care if it holds her back from her full potential.
I don't give a shit about that. I just want a Pokemon that represents the epitome of what I've become and allowed myself to
You're
be.
not
'cause
holding
I
back.
stand me.
I won't hold back either. My child, I used the weakest move I could.
Oh,
You're
one of
just
the
an
weakest
idiot.
Pokemon. You're just pathetic. I do find it. Sorry about that. I do find it fun.
Let's get Tokyo Drift in here.
I do find it funny that Kieran is like, what even is Kieran's story?
Spin rapidly.
Rapid spin. See, look at
Oh
that,
right, I
Kieran.
forgot about that.
Oh. See, Kieran, we're holding back a lot. We let you have a win, so you felt like you were doing something. Pop a wheelie. I mean, obviously, it's gonna use like fucking hydro pump or something stupid. Right?
Yeah.
Liquidation? What the fuck is liquidation?
We're not dealing enough damage.
Alright.
And we're certainly not fast enough. Okay, we might actually lose. Congratulations, Kieran, because we're holding back.
Pulling back to the fucking Instagram. Send in the washer.
The washer can't actually hurt Poliwrath.
Well, they're both water types, right?
Yeah. And the Poliwrath has an ability that neutralizes water moves. You're an idiot! Kieran killed his own Pokemon!
I'm amazing.
Cause we're faster! Kieran, you idiot! You got rid of the one chance you could have had to win!
Kieran? You bitch.
Alright, just a pocket.
Anyway, like I was saying, I don't know Kieran's whole story. And genuinely, I don't give a fuck. He's the epitome of just, I don't want to be anything better. Like, I will stick with what I have allowed others to call me, and I will not try to fix that. And then to try and bring Ogrepon down with them. Like,
Ow.
yeah, I'm not letting you be anything better because I see you as the equivalent of me. And if you get better in life and you progress, it means that me allowing myself to be here
Ow.
has been a bad choice. And I will not let my choice be a bad choice. So I'll just ruin your life.
That's actually good damage.
Oh, yeah.
We might have this. If we don't get crit and we land the next attack, he dies.
Hooray! We win.
If he dies, he dies. Hello, Diplin.
Oh, what a cute little apple.
Okay, Yo-Yo. Alright, Yo-Yo. Flame on! Good crit. Doesn't matter. I got this. Ow? You bitch!
You witch! Get over here, you little apple!
Alright, let's get a fire spin in there. Damn. I wish we had our slot machine.
Going to kick your ass, you little apple. That's right. I'm getting a cat in an orange outfit. That's right. It's a cat orange. Your mortal enemy. Oh wait, was that a bird orange? Nevertheless, you are screwed. I love you. I wish I was funnier, but I'm not.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I don't know what I don't like.
People?
Yeah. Freeform change.
Deja vu's down.
The only reason I don't like it, because I don't know what it is. And it confuses and scares me.
Alright, yeah, it's official, we're gonna lose.
Is the apple causing that much of an issue?
Okay, since we're running so close to the level cap, I don't want the experience from that fight.
Yeah, no. What you could do for that fight...
We're gonna have to go fight the gym first and then finish this off after.
Oh yeah, that works. I was going to say what you could do, theoretically, is to, what is it called? If you have... Let me pause my puzzle so the timer doesn't keep going. Depending on the does he always send out the same Pokemon in the same order every time?
Not really.
Okay. What you could do, if you wanted to take that hit, is you could throw out Arcanine before you... Let's see, throw out Arcanine, before you kill the, what's it called, you swap it to, I don't remember the elephant's name, sadly. The
Wheelie.
big old elephant. Yeah, well, I meant the Pokemon name. Donphan. So you send out Yo-Yo, you swap it to Wheelie, or better yet, you can swap it to Tokyo Drift, if you really wanted, to get the hit in. Then swap out, depending on what he swaps to, from Tokyo Drift to another Pokemon, you know, as desired, and then go from there. Because assuming he doesn't throw out the Poliwrath again, if he throws out like, not Nose Pass,
Probopass?
yeah. If he throws that one out, you could just throw out Just Pocket and fuck him up again.
Yeah, Just Pocket works well for that.
Yeah. Pocket Sand.
Pocket Sand.
Pocket Sand.
I might have to replace the chip that's connected to the charger port.
Damn.
For your Switch?
Yeah. The TM something. Or TAM something.
I have no idea
Because
what
it
it's
might
called.
have circuited that chip out. The M92T36. That chip. It's a
say
cheap
for-
fix, but pain.
Yeah, I get you.
Now, Kieran, I know I told you I'd fight you, but let me just fly back to Paldea, fight a gym leader, and then fly back.
Kieran, let me explain something to you. I hate your guts. Simultaneously, I don't give a shit about you. Therefore,
Oh my god, that Greedent was glitching like
Fuck you.
crazy.
remember, Kieran, I'm not here with you. I can leave.
If
You're
you want,
stuck-
if you don't want to be like that Greedent.
Give me Chonda.
Vegas is not near me. Thank you, Google.
What about Vegas?
I looked up switch repair because I don't want to be the one to do it.
New
That's
Vegas?
fair.
I didn't know you could repair switches in New Vegas.
Well, they got Raul. He'll repair anything if you go and free him. He's a splendid guy, honestly.
Hey, Spindowin. I saw you going into the gym and came running. I saw you going into the
You
gym and
did
came
what?
running.
Hey. And I came. Oh, and then I
Listen.
decided to come over here.
I'm really sorry I couldn't battle you last time we ran into each other. Like, I didn't get one fight-gasm for a month. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't chase you down just to fight you, because you're the only person to give me a fight-gasm. But, I mean, I wouldn't mind a
You
battle.
freaking bimbo. I mean, if you want,
Wait, shit, I want to pick the right team to fight you. Hang on, give me a sec to fine-tune my team, then we can fight. Oh, this would be amazing. You know what? Go ahead and
I'm on a
just go
time
beat the gym,
crunch.
okay?
But-
Consider it foreplay.
Bye. Are you good? No. Yes. Maybe.
She definitely gets off on the idea of us kicking other people's asses.
Yeah, she likes to watch,
Mm-hmm.
but only if she can fight us right after.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know the funniest thing about it too is I don't like it when you fight other people, but I also love it when you fight me and when you fight other people and then fight me immediately after. It's like
She wants our sloppy seconds.
yeah, I guess. She wants to try and dominate when we're weak. She
Thanks,
has
Google.
what is known as power kink. Why did I choose that one? That had no. Oh my god. I just brain dead a fucking.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird. Google's showing me something that's near me, but it's not giving me the address.
Do a kill. Do you have a clue for the secret menu item? No, I didn't pay attention.
I like sushi.
Is that a clue? What's a clue? Oh, by the way, I learned an interesting thing that I need to go confirm really quick before I say fun fact.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, it's true. I just confirmed it with a couple of sources, mostly being etymology sites, which is exactly where I want to find it from. Okay, so 15th century AC or AD. There is a fun little Greek myth. This, between...
Spintowin!
Yeah. It's... Hold on. I need to make sure that I'm explaining this right. This is really... because I know what I'm trying to say. I know what story it is. I need to make sure I'm selling the story right.
Which reminds me, there's 2 items we should buy.
Okay.
2 items we should buy several of at that rate, but I don't remember which shop they're in.
Okay, there it is. Ariadne was a Cretan princess, daughter of King Minos, and sister of the Minotaur, a half-bull, half-man, half-monster who ate human flesh and dwelt in a labyrinth. Blah blah blah.
A half-human monster who drank monster?
Yeah. So Theseus, you know Theseus, the story of Theseus. Yeah. So Ariadne fell in love with him and gave him a ball of thread to help him navigate his way out of the labyrinth. The ball of thread was was called a clew, a C-L-E-W, which means a ball of thread or yarn. So it was a clue to help him escape.
Yeah, so he could follow the path that the yarn was.
Right.
He could follow his footsteps. He could backtrack.
So, yes. Which then later became the word in English, I believe, to mean... To mean, you know, a clue, so a hint as to how to solve a puzzle. Because a clue, the ball of yarn, or the ball of thread, was given to Theseus as a way to solve the puzzle of the maze. A clue to us now, C-L-U-E, is used to solve a puzzle or a problem that we can't otherwise solve very easily and has a lot of dead ends, like a fucking maze. So fun fact, a word we use in modern day does not mean what it originally meant, and it's from it is basically a word that's been with us for over 500 years. And has meant the same metaphorically. Metaphorically? I don't know if that's a word. Anyway.
Metaphysically?
Yeah, probably. Metaphorically, maybe. But yeah, that's the fun fact that I learned recently.
Sick.
God, I love etymology. So fun to see where words come from.
Well, at least I don't have to deal with the stress of Sandile for a little bit.
Yeah.
Guys, I have nothing to keep me. I have my 2DS. I can play that for a bit.
Your 2DS?
2D?
Yeah, my 2DS.
Like from fairy godparents?
I got the last era of 3DSs. It was the 2DS that can fold.
Yeah, it was just called the DS.
2DS.
No.
That could
The
hold-
DS stands for dual
The new
screens.
2DS XL.
If it was a 2DS.
Oh, they meant the 2DS XL, which was the 3DS.
Or do you mean
effectively.
the 2D 3DS? The 3DS did not have 3D functionality.
It's the new model of that one.
They still have...
The Nintendo was fucked up back then. They were on so much crack.
Yeah.
I think they were. I don't even think they were on crack at that point. I think they were just fucking so broke from poor Wii U sales that they couldn't even afford a good bud.
Probably. Nintendo really needs to fucking stop throwing shit at the wall and hope it works, because it's not gonna fucking work.
Like my Switch right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually a little bit upset about that because I was in the middle of shiny hunting and now I'm going to have to go all the way back to 1200 when I get it fixed.
So wait, you lost the progress on the hatching?
I think all the way back to 1200, which was 30-ish eggs ago.
Damn.
Maybe a little bit before that. No, sure enough, because I uploaded part 40. So I'd have to go back to recording part 41, which is going to suck. But it resets the shiny encounter rate, so that's going to be good.
Oh, small child, I'm gonna take your money.
I was gonna use that to
What?
help my grandmama.
I
Oh,
don't
she's
care.
dead now, child. You fucked up. You shouldn't have been out here battling, child. You killed your grandmother. Yes.
Nintendo, hold down the power button for a fucking hour. I've tried that. Fuck you, Nintendo.
That's why I've always been like, excuse me, cautious with handheld Nintendo.
Yes.
I am cautious. I don't even take this thing out of my house.
No. That's not what I meant. What I meant was be cautious with them by like not even really playing it, because it's always a concern of mine after. Okay, so back when I was a kid, I had the original DS. Mine was blue. I loved it to bits. In fact, I did love it to bits, because one day I dropped it and it fell just perfectly that the little neck of it broke. So it wasn't like it broke in a very small part of it, so it wasn't like it couldn't function, but it did not click into place. So the top screen flopped around. So effectively, I had a Game Boy Advance with a floppy top screen.
My
So yeah,
DS.
Lite.
My DS is a switchblade. I can like pull the screens almost entirely apart and then flip them back together. It's a pocket knife.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened with my DS Lite.
Oh, my DS is in pretty good condition.
I still
Except for-
have I have a silver in the box DS Lite, used maybe like 4 times total and not for very long.
How dare you
Stylus,
counter me, you
the
stupid bug.
manual, the little plug for the Game Boy port, all that.
You know,
That'll
I could
probably
call
be
it
worth a
Nintendo
lot of
because
money
sometimes
someday.
the bomb they might just replace it for you.
I don't know if they will. They have a new popular product, and you don't have that new popular product, so they're probably not gonna help you. It
They have
gets
2 separate
them
phone lines right now because both are popular. And actually, the Switch 2 phone line isn't even working yet.
All I know is Nintendo doesn't help people with their problems. They only make problems and tell people to pay for Cough, cough, drift.
Yeah, they stopped having us pay for that after like a month or two. Maybe a little bit longer.
All I'm saying, I don't trust Nintendo and I don't trust their products. Their products used to be good. You could use a GameCube as a mace against medieval armor and it would not break.
Yeah,
You could chuck a Wii at someone like a fucking frisbee, it would break their skull before it break the full body. I mean, obviously the two flaps for the Game Boy, or not Game Boy, the GameCube ports, those would break off easy peasy. Those were gone, but the rest of it was fine.
You know, I've seen so many GameCubes with the flaps still on.
Yeah, GameCubes were built different because they were built to last.
They're the cockroaches of
And they
game
were
systems.
After the Wii, they built consoles cheap.
The Wii U, that thing's friggin' invincible, I've found out, and the hard way.
Oh, it wasn't. I tried it, but
It almost broke my damn foot while setting it up.
That's impressive.
It hurt.
I can bet.
Oh, and then another time I had to reset it up because it was a shared console between me and my ex. And I chose not to keep it when we split up because like I didn't want it. So
That makes sense.
the frig, she almost got me decapitated though. With the game she was playing in it beforehand, and she didn't tell me that she didn't take out the game. So I almost could have freaking gotten killed by stupid Wind Waker.
Wow.
Accurate.
Like,
Wind Waker is an accurate game. Very strong, very powerful. Much wow.
Much wow.
Much wow.
ugh.
Mochi.
Mochi.
So you know what I just learned? All of Larry's Pokemon use only physical moves.
Oh. How did and why did you learn this?
For science.
You monster.
How does that make me a monster?
Like the
No, I'm just saying what your wife says, Magus.
I know, she says that I'm a monster.
For science. You monster.
Like the chip is like $10, and then it's some soldering, which I don't trust myself. Some soldering.
I remember when I used to solder.
Well, I
When I
have to
was
get a
your
whole
age.
collar, but no, I don't trust this arm to do that.
When I was a young boy,
When I was an
My
octagon,
threw
not
me
a square.
off of a bridge into the water below, and he left me to drown there. I drowned then. I am now a ghost that haunts you. Hee hee hee, ha ha ha.
Order the secret menu item.
But I also, even if Nintendo did replace it, just so that would be the sucky thing. Because I don't want to lose all my game data.
Did you put in your Nintendo whatever? Your Nintendo account so that everything backed up to the cloud?
I can't access my cloud data because I don't have Switch Online. And they made it
fucked.
your cloud.
You're fucked.
But if I get the chip replaced, then I still have the game data. Nintendo, if you're watching this, please go back to putting the games on the fucking carts.
They're not
Also
going
sponsor
to.
me.
It's a lot cheaper. Yeah. That'd be nice.
I said if it's a lot
They
cheaper,
won't.
then why is it more expensive?
Huh?
Buying the
More
box
expensive to what?
costs more money than downloading the game.
Well, yeah.
Not anymore.
So here's how it works. I can explain to you a fun little business tactic. So, it's cheaper, obviously, to have players download the game. Because then it's like, hey, now you have data from the company to be able to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You've bought this data.
Yeah, you've bought this data, so here is a copy of the code. Now, with the Switch 2, Nintendo is going, it is cheaper for us in the long run to force them to buy physical that have keys. Or when they buy physical, it buys a key rather than the game code itself. So they're not putting all the data onto this chip. They're putting effectively like.
So my question is,
At the most,
why
a
is it like
kilobyte.
$15 more expensive
To do what?
between
For
the
us to
digital
buy it.
download and the box?
Oh, because they're charging you for
A
the
box.
and shipping.
Oh, and also, a lot of people don't realize with the Switch 2, people are complaining like, oh, there's no like actual cartridge games anymore. I'm like, yes, there is. There's 3 different versions of the thing that you can buy in a store,
Yes.
and you have to read the bottom of the box.
Yes. What Nintendo is more or less trying to do is force everything, stated or not, to have this code on it so that you don't actually have the game itself. You have
Congrats,
to
you don't own the
access it
game.
by the internet. Yeah, no, you have a code that allows you to access the game or the game data through the internet with this little key.
I mean, if you want to get technical with owning games and stuff, if you actually went back and read the laws, technically even back when we bought Pokemon Ruby and stuff like that, for example, we actually had a conversation about this on Twitch. Too. You technically never actually bought the game itself, you just bought the license to play the game, basically, when you bought the physical copy too.
That's kind of hilarious.
And they still... And they actually have all legal rights at any point to take it back from you if they want. Why would they take back specifically Pokemon Ruby this many years later? Fuck you, that's why.
I think Larry's Komala's having some trouble. It can't even kill Washer when Washer's asleep and not moving. Good job! You did 24 damage. Congratulations.
Nintendo's always been scummy.
Oh no, that's any video game though. That's in the federal thing. Like, hey, you see your copy of Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox 360 right there? Time to get the Pinkertons involved. Actually, Wizards of the Coast actually, when somebody posted that they got a new set like almost a year and a half early.
Yes, it's the Pinkertons.
Yes, during that event, they also repossessed cards that weren't even from that set anymore, like really old ones. And the guy tried to sue, and they won the case because it's like it is their legal property
Yes.
by technicality. Like this is, by the way, to let people know, this is not like a political thing. This is just us like being nerds.
Well, there's nothing political about this.
Some people try to make Pinkertons political.
Then they're
Everything
wrong.
is political to someone.
Do you know what I have to tell those people?
They're wrong. That's what.
I was gonna tell them to go shove a duck down their butt.
No,
Hang on, I think my Switch fixed itself. Holy shit!
Okay, don't say it aloud. Go knock on wood as fast as you can. Don't jinx yourself.
Ow, I just almost broke my knuckles knocking on that wood.
Probably don't
Wait,
slam your knuckles, but hey, it works out.
Well, I knocked on the wrong thing. I should probably plug in my Switch, though, because it is on the dead screen.
Yes. What I would recommend doing if you have an SD card.
Take out the SD card?
No, put the shit on the SD card.
Oh, it's already on the SD card, but the issue with that is it still won't transfer your save data from the game itself.
Oh. Fucking Nintendo. Of course, I remember back a long time ago, I wanted to grab my game data off of the Wii U, and I put it on a formatted thumb drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to put it into my Wii because I was using a Wii U at my father's house because my parents were divorced at the time.
Yep,
I mean, they
Wii U
still
mentioned.
are, but you know. But I put the thumb drive in, took my data after formatting the thumb drive to the Wii U. I brought it to my Wii U. I plugged it in, and it's like, you have to format the thumb drive. This will probably delete everything inside. And I went, why? Why would you do this?
Oh, I
I
know
have
why
so
that
many
was,
games
actually.
on this fucker. And
It's
then I
because-
tried, and I never did it.
It's because you didn't format the Wii first. You're actually supposed to format the Wii to accept the games. It's dumb. Me and my brother had to do that a long time ago. Nintendo, making everything complicated.
What's
Okay,
funny is
so hopefully, I'm gonna knock
Both-
on wood, hope it charges by the morning. If not, then I know what the issue is.
both Nintendo and Game Freak unfortunately have the issue of overcomplicating everything. They do something correct and simple, and then they're like, nah, we gotta do this more complicated. We're gonna take the PSS, we're gonna make it a different location, we're gonna make you have to walk around in circles to find stuff there. Oh, and you can't access your friends list. If you wanna battle your friends, you have to go to some random specific spot, and sometimes your friends might be there.
I forgot my dress has pockets. Sorry, that was the most ADHD moment I've ever had in my life. I don't even have ADHD. I have autism.
Ow.
But it has pockets.
My yo-yo is dead.
Just like my will to go to the bank. I forgot that you were streaming and I was about to make a really dark joke and I was like, wait, we're on YouTube.
You know, you're not allowed to yell to root for Larry. That's rude.
Oh, Larry, go, Larry, go, Larry!
Wow. Alright, it is time to remove all the Larry lovers.
I mean, I
Oh
let
shit,
Larry
that's
love
me
me.
too. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ow!
We don't talk like that here. Gary does. Gary, fucking. Larry.
I'm sorry, I don't
doesn't-
want the snail to love me.
Yeah, Larry doesn't love people. He doesn't even love his job. He doesn't even love his life. You know what he loves?
Women?
Cake.
The other food items at this place. They're really good.
Yeah, I love how we never get to fucking really see the ones that Larry mentions.
Fuck!
He's like, the items are... He's like, the
They're all
items
really
on the
good.
menu. I love how he goes like, oh, the items on the menu are good, but you should try the other ones that they have too. What the hell are the other ones, Larry, if they're not on the menu?
And the funny thing is,
Try them, you'll find out.
we didn't even get the menu item that we ordered. We ordered the secret menu, and we got nothing.
And you got death.
You got fucking mugged.
You got well, I mean, you didn't pay. so it's not like it's a problem. You paid for nothing and you got nothing in return.
You got a crush on a man who I'm kind of worried about his mental stability.
What mental stability? He doesn't have that.
Do any of us anymore? 25.
Well,
What's
no,
stability?
he didn't get paid to have stability.
My knuckle. When I was knocking on the wood, I used the wrong knuckles. Is what happened.
Cheese
'Cause I
pizza,
just-
no sauce. Honestly, based. I'd eat that.
I'd eat a pizza with no cheese. I've done it before. I like the sauce.
There's
Oh,
no
God damn
fighting
it. I
type
got
spinning
some
mode.
I am judging you heavily.
But my uncle has to eat it like that.
Is he lactose intolerant?
Extremely lactose.
How does he eat the bread? Or do you make sure that the bread doesn't have any milk at all?
He does that too. It's funny, there's only like one brand of frozen pizza that he can eat, and we can never find it anymore because it used to be a Walmart exclusive. And it's still being made, it's just a pain in the ass to find.
Alright, we'll use slots instead. I think slots might be able to give us a win here.
Slots! Those are my favorite games.
By the way, me cursing more often is how you can tell I'm finally comfortable with you guys.
Alright, it's time to die.
I still try to keep it ultra limited because I don't want to sound like a sailor or a froth. Because no offense, froth. I think you are the person who I've heard swear the most in the last few days I've known you.
What?
I think you are one of the people who swear the most now.
Next is to play the game, and then play the game, and the game will start on your face to be in your phone. Phone emoji. Then I don't know, shrug. I don't think thonk can be on it for sure. Thumbs up. Just like thumbs up, but it's okay. God, the Valley Girl that lives in your phone is horrifying.
Switch. You better charge, or I don't know. I had something and then I lost it. I went out there for my phone charger and I got distracted with the Switch stuff because I was like, wait a minute, hang on, this is a different screen now.
She now lives in Dark Cave. That she do.
But going back to what we were saying though, it's sad when a Nintendo product is harder to fix than a trailer from 1973.
Wow.
Okay, but here's the difference. A trailer from 1973 wasn't worried about being able to charge you more money for your shit after they made it, solely for the fact that they wanted to.
I mean,
You bought a thing, you expected it to do its job. If it's able to do its job and it doesn't fuck up that much, it did its job.
Yeah.
Nintendo wants
There was a
it to fuck up.
years. It would have cost me $300 if I didn't figure out what the problem was when I did. Because I thought
She
I
got
had to
lost
get
there,
the
but she
breaker.
packed a million avocado quiches, so she's fine. That's good.
But turns out the breaker was just almost as tight as the stick up my mom's ass.
I literally just reached for the mouse to click the button.
What button? I was trying not to face plant into my window.
She did give me a shiny Bulbasaur, I remember that.
I want a shiny Bulbasaur. I also want a Switch that's charging. But actually, I'm not like overly salty about it. I just, huh?
I wish my Switch didn't charge. $300 an hour is pretty steep.
I mean, is it at least
But
buying you dinner first? Or is it
That is
stingy
why
like that?
I added the badum.
How many Batumtises does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center
But yeah, no, I just start
of a frothy pop.
just make like dumb situations because that makes it easier sometimes. I'm not actually complaining about it because I'm actually one of those people who don't really care too much.
But you have to survive talking to the Valley Girl to get the shiny.
Why are we talking to Valley Girls?
Because they give shinies.
Well, they're the ones that live around me, so I kind of can't not. So.
I grew up around Valley Girls. They're kind of mean sometimes.
Well, I was born and raised here. The ones that I have met have not been, they haven't been assholes.
Most of the ones I know weren't, but there's always exceptions, you know. And it's the exceptions that stick out.
But yeah, I understand there are, exceptions do stick out like sore thumbs. That's what makes them exceptions.
She's kind if you listen to her stories. That's fair.
She's kind of like you're able to withstand all of the times she says like any of those filler words. Like it's so weird.
Yeah. Just chilling at my place, and then I'll head out in, like, thumbs up or the internet block, and I'll let you can be the one, Lamotte, point, cockdy. You want him look, eyes, a little better than the one. I have no idea what you
Fresh
just said.
hell did you just fucking say to me?
No, it sounded like he was gargling water on my end for a minute. Or speaking nonsense, and I'm not sure which one. It's Magus, so it's probably the latter.
You know, that reminds me of something. Let me go find it.
I'm scared.
But yeah, Magus. Speaking of stories, did I ever tell you why I stopped talking to who I found out was later my cousin?
I'm scared. I'm gonna die.
Are you scared of what I'm about to tell you, or of what Froth is about to come back with?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah,
You should
I was
be
almost
afraid of me.
I was almost kissed by a cousin without even knowing she was my cousin.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not see her that way, and we knew each other for a few years. We did not know we were related. I stopped talking to her after I found out we were related, because a lot of the stuff that she did was even more awkward after that.
Yeah.
I don't know my
Put a
cousins.
thumbs up.
I probably will never meet them.
Just chilling at my mom's, and I'm going back, and the kids, they can go back and get a little better, and the kids, so much for sure. But they have the nether they can. Oh my god. So, the Valley Girl has 3 daughters, and they live in the nether. For fuck's sake, slot machine. Our slot machine has spent this entire fucking fight being a waste of space. Slots, you're fired. Okay, I'm not going on this weekend, and I'll let alone my family is a bit of it, lol. But I'm just not a good man. Just chilling and the rest my car. I'm so I can do you want a what?
Larry mentions driving his car in the game at some point, and we never see him drive his car.
I'm so confused by this Valley Girl.
Maggie, what are you talking about, Valley Girl? Is someone in chat, Valley Girl?
I don't remember how to do a Valley Girl voice, it's been that long. I mean, Would I count as a valley girl? Because I used to live in the
Oh
valley.
my god.
You are not a valley girl.
What makes a valley girl?
A valley girl is made up of 3 components. First and foremost, you have to be born or raised in the valley. Well, I say born or raised. What I mean is you have to be raised in the valley, and if you are born in the valley, /born/raised, both of them work. But it requires a number of your formative years to have been in the valley for it to affect your personality and speech mannerisms.
I lived in the valley for 23 years.
Of California?
Oh, California Valley Girl. I thought we were talking about a different kind of Valley Girl.
No, Valley Girl always refers to California Valley Girls.
Okay, because when we said Valley Girl in my home state, we meant like, oh, you're from the valley, like down the hill.
No, that's
Valley Girl capitalized is a very specific thing.
like, here, let me get into a standing position and I will do the Valley Girl. So, like, a Valley Girl is someone who talks like this, and when they talk like this, like, everything they say, like, every other word they're gonna speak, they're gonna say, like, some weird little, like, word that's, like, for example. They speak with a very different
That's how I used to speak in middle school.
tone. And they speak with very, very generous hand motions sometimes. Sometimes they'll do little hip thrusts to try and enunciate their point. They're going to puff out their chest at times, which for Valley Girls, obviously, they have pretty big assets to try and enunciate their points. And they do these snarky little fucking
Kinda.
head bobs and tilts that go with their hands to try and go like, you did not just start shit with me, Jennifer. So, and shit like that, it makes me want to blow my head out sometimes when I have to replicate it.
I actually used to talk like that for a while. I actually used to talk like that, but then and I don't know why.
Oh, so there's worms
But-
coming out in next to Microsoft.
But we also had more of a like. So I grew up in the West Coast, yes, but the town I grew up in, we kind of had a Midwest accent for some reason. And I don't know how it happened. I don't know why everyone in the town did. We just kind of did. Thankfully, I kind of got rid of it, I think.
Well, fuck me.
When? Where? No, I deserved almost face planting into the wall.
New idea.
Crying myself to sleep? Is that the new idea, or is that an old one? Oh yeah, I should probably share out Magus's stream since I'm hanging out with him in the chat. That would probably be a good idea, right, Magus?
Maybe.
I'm vibing. What are Jeremy's made out of?
Jeremy.
But what is Jeremy?
That is the
Like, is he like
question
a
we
jellyfish?
seek to answer every single day.
What is your official title as a Jeremy scientist? Like, is it a Jeremy-tist?
Jeremologist.
It's only part of what he does.
I'm a professor of germology. Pocket!
So wait, what is Dottie's job then?
Isn't
Do
she
not
like a
drink
professor
as
of chaos and explosions?
That's an honorary title. She gave it to herself.
Must have done it when I wasn't paying attention.
Yep, she forced one of the interns to put it in a newsletter.
Hippowdon, the heavyweight Pokemon. It brandishes its gaping mouth in a display of fearsome strength. It raises vast quantities of sand while attacking.
You know, I don't know why. When I saw Dottie, my first thought was she gives me the vibes of if I don't eat, I'm going to get yelled at or shot.
Nah, she doesn't give a shit what you do. As long as you don't fuck with stuff of hers, she don't mind.
I'm going to steal her cupcakes from her
Art
lunchbox.
Yulfer. We'll see what Dottie thinks about Art Yulfer. Also, you heathen! How
Who's a
dare
heathen?
you have rest in your moveset? Okay, we're gonna try that again. Oh yeah, Art Yulfer's the bomb. Okay, so here's the plan. Hello. We use our Beyblade.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Let's fight an epic battle.
Beyblade, Beyblade, eat your face.
You know, some of them fucking would.
I just ate, so I don't want to eat yours.
Froth, Magus won't let me drink 5 energy drinks before I go do boxing.
Okay, what do you want me to do about it?
You're, agree with me, I guess? I don't know. I asked him, hey, would this be a reasonable meal before boxing? 5 monsters and a beef jerky stick? And he said no.
Alright, we
Oh,
need to
how's your
get
bit rate,
smacked one
by the
more
way,
time.
Magus?
We're doing alright.
Well, we're not
But-
talking about any of they who not shall be named.
Yeah, we haven't spoken about they who shall not be named.
Who shall not be named?
Your mother.
What did we talk about last stream? Because we had like an actually pretty consistent conversation. For once. Normally with us three, it's normally chaotic conversations, but yesterday...
Wait a second.
Not
Okay,
yesterday,
so
2 days
that's
ago, yeah.
two... That's 2 sucker punches. What if we just keep switching back and forth?
Oh wait, did you remember to sacrifice to Zeus? Is that how you fixed your internet? Because I remember we talked about that off stream. Is that how you fixed it, Magus?
I don't know what I did.
Did you remember to check the dynamic bitrate like you meant to for 2 days?
That
To
didn't
see if it
do
was checked
anything.
out. The Germans are ashamed in you. That's why I took your favorite 3.
Excuse me, you haven't taken any of my favorites.
But I took the one with headphones.
I don't see any with headphones up there.
I found him. He was chilling to music. So I took him, because I liked his vibes.
Are you sure that was a Jeremy? You might have found
It was
a
like
Craig.
a green. It was in the Jeremy pile.
Do you know what Jeremy Paul looks like?
Like a little blobby thing.
Okay, that
Incorrect.
describes-
Jeremy
I don't mind you
piles
sounding like
are
a guy.
covered in pillows and just very nice atmospheres.
As I said, it was like a very chill experience when I went in there. I was like, man, this is peaceful. Don't know why it says they explode a lot. Grabbed one and walked out.
Sounds like a Craig.
Yeah, right, he's chill. He's just kind of been here.
It hasn't done anything at all yet, it's Craig.
Let's listen to music. That's something.
Get him, Beyblade.
It really likes Hamilton, and I haven't listened to Hamilton yet.
Damn it, that thing still had a sucker punch left. Alright, Beyblade, kill. Good job, Beyblade.
You know, you reminded me, Magus, because this actually happened when I was doing Shore and Rue. I accidentally, so I was doing Muay Thai for a while at the same time, and I wasn't, like, I was like half spaced out when I did this, and forgot, like, oh, I'm not supposed to be using Muay Thai. I sucker elbowed the sensei.
Oh no.
Instant regrets.
Hey, Kitsune, I'm glad your Killer Frost run's doing well.
Dude, what the hell is my neighbor's dog doing? It is like running into my trailer with his last brain cell. And shaking my whole trailer.
Dare you paralyze my Pocket? Speaking of, Pocket deserves to have their proper assets.
So, do you want me to ask Nissa to draw Pocket very, like, Valley Girl-like?
No.
Well,
You
said
just
it
need
needs
to be a
proper assets.
Hippowdon.
A Valley Girl Hippowdon. Okay. I can see it. I feel like they could rock like
Pocket's
the
a
generic
boy?
hoop earrings. Hey, I don't judge how he wants to dress. If he likes the style, I'm okay with it. Wait, why is he named Pocket?
Because he's just a Pocket. He's got a pocket full of sunshine.
Do you know what makes me sad, actually? About Hippowdon?
What about it?
The fact that we didn't get... We got the hippopotamus Pokemon, right? But we didn't get the little bird as a Pokemon that goes into hippos' mouths.
Yeah, that'd be sad. That'd be sad? No, that would be a fun thing to get.
I want it.
Alright, the toxic damage is ticking down.
Froth, what animal would you make into a Pokemon?
I feel like the answer is obvious, but a fox.
Don't we have a fox Pokemon?
There are
Stop.
not enough of them.
Dojing.
Yeah, because Eevee's based off the Fennec Fox.
Eevee is also just a random mammal.
Well, Eevee's a base fox, and then depending on the evolution, it evolves into a feline or a
No.
dog.
Eevee's specifically been said by its creator to be based on a random-ass mammal that you'll just kind of like see out of the corner of your eyes, and you're not sure if it's a dog or a fox or a cat. It's kind of all of them at once.
It's the equivalent of being the ancestor that links together the...
No, there's nothing equivalent about it. It's literally just a weird mammal that's got traits of all the other small
That's what I was
pet mammals.
saying. It's the equivalent of the mishmash of fox, dog, cat.
Yeah, it's still better than getting fucked by my boss.
Oh, actually, found the quote that
That's why
Magus was
it's
talking about.
evolution.
Bob actually described pretty much what they said. They literally said it's basically supposed to be a combination of foxes, cats, dogs with some rabbit features. Basically, any mammal. Well, that's cute, fuzzy, and a blank slate.
It's a cute blank slate mammal, and it does evolve into things that look distinctly more certain animals than anything else. Like, Jolteon's way more of a dog than Espeon is.
Yes, and
Flareon's more of a fox.
Cat than,
Yeah. But the evolutions are based off canine or felines. It just depends on which one.
Yes,
There was one
different mixes of the values.
Yeah, there was one that surprised me was based off a canine.
Which one?
I think it was Sylveon was based off the canine. Or it might have been a cat, and I was surprised it was a cat. I had to go through all the cat Pokemon for some reason.
Like at all. You want a Pokemon of the killer beast of...
I'll have to relook it up, because I just remember it surprised me what it was based off of.
Carabanog. That actually does have an animal. That actually is a creature. The Black Beast of is something else entirely. And that is why we kept just Pocket alive.
God fucking damn it. I was trying to find the old quote I found, and I accidentally scrolled past the Reddit post of Sylveon. And now I'm gonna make that my headcanon. Sylveon is an octopus.
I believe it.
If Sylveon is an octopus...
Yep. Oh yeah, no, right here. Sylveon is generally considered a cat-like Pokemon. Which that surprised me. I'm like, no, it looks like a dog to me. Or a rabbit.
It's got like moon rabbit energy.
I was like, I know it's supposed to look like a dog or a cat, but it looks more like a rodent, like a capybara almost, except with rabbit ears.
Please kill. No. Oh my god. Please don't die to Sandstorm. If you do, we lose. Oh my god. This is down to the last. If we go first, we win. Wait a second. The turn might not end. Okay, good. God damn, the turn ended. If that Sandstorm damage continued and finished off Arcanine, and it counted it as a tie... Oh.
You know, I've never actually had the issue of a tie on a Nuzlocke. Well, do you lose if you tie on a Nuzlocke?
Yes. Well, if you lose if you tie in any Pokemon battle. Nuzlocke has nothing to do with whether you faint. Oh, care to join me?
I guess I've put some debates on it, so and I've never experienced, so I've never had the answer to it.
Okay, so this bumps us up to 42.
I never gotten a chance to end my Nuzlocke with an explosion, though. I've always wanted to do that.
Okay. And now I just have to make sure I didn't do something stupid. I don't think I did anything stupid. I think we're okay. We're good.
Oh, Froth, how do you like your new pot that you had to get the other day, by the way?
What?
How do you like your new pot?
Oh, pod. I haven't tried it yet.
We can't hear you, buddy.
I haven't tried it yet.
I could hear him. I was just listening because it sounded like he was saying more.
No, Magus can't hear me. It's the thing.
It's Magus. Can he ever hear us?
He can
Ah,
hear
it's the
me
robot.
if I'm actually speaking.
Another gym leader defeated. Well
But
done.
like I was saying, I didn't really use it, so I have nothing to say on it yet.
That's fair. You know, who styles people's hair in Pokemon? And why do they let them do it?
I don't know. Whoa, La Primera with Spindowin? What do you call that? Did I never tell you? She's La Primera. She's the coolest, most sexiest champion to ever exist. Then why wasn't she in the Masters 8? Cricket. Cricket, cricket. Cricket.
Be-
Fight me!
She wasn't accepted in the Masters 8 yet? I don't know. There's actually a lot of people that we should ask why weren't in the Master 8.
Alright, fine, we'll fight.
Actually, let's get this conversation started. Do you guys think Ash's rival from Sinnoh Paul should have been a part of the Masters 8?
No, 'cause that would mean they'd have to get rid of one of the champions.
Okay, would you be okay with getting rid of Iris for Paul?
Maybe. Journey's
I don't know
Iris
all
was
who was-
actually much better than Univirus.
Oh, definitely. Like, as we talked about before, like, I didn't mind her, but it took some getting used to her. Took me quite a few episodes to get used to her.
Yeah.
I don't know, I know one that we could all get rid of that I don't think anyone else would complain about because she's pretty forgettable.
Diantha.
Yeah.
Although I do like her dynamic with Cynthia. That was kind of nice.
I like her team, I just forget the person using the team existed.
Agreed. I just think it's funny
And I
that
wish
they
she-
brought in Elaine as one of, or Alain, I don't know how to pronounce it, as one of the 8, and then just had him get knocked out in the first round.
Okay, so many people were mad about that, and I understand why. I would have loved to see, you know, a Lane rematch. But I'm also happy with the fact that we did get the Ash versus Lance, because I've always wanted that battle since I was a kid. I haven't seen it yet, so nobody please spoil that for me, because I want to watch that fight on its own. I did see the Ash versus Steven one, and that was pretty hype.
That's a pretty good fight.
Yeah, so I don't mind like people spoiling that one because I've already seen it, but I haven't seen the Ash versus Lance fight yet.
Yeah. I am glad,
Well,
though, that
do you-
Lance got his ass kicked. I mean, Lance is Lance, but I also just really don't care about Lance. Despite
One of my
being,
favorite
like, a
champions.
decent champion, he always feels like the dumbest.
Hey, don't judge his cheating. A lot of champions in Pokemon cheat.
Well, at least he used to be one of the most blatant ones about it. I mean, that man had an Aerodactyl with Rock Slide before that move was legal. And he had a Super Soaker filled with Full Restore at the ready.
freaking Iris, what she had, wasn't she the one with the super low level Hydreigon?
Quite a few people have had low-level Hydreigons. Iris,
I know, but I'm saying like,
Getsis, the player in Kalos, if they catch one from one of the tree spots where one like darts down on you.
yeah. So it makes me wonder, do you think they just traveled to Kalos just to be a dick at the champion fights? Because that'd just be funny.
Maybe.
And then there's
Anything's
Cynthia if you
possible.
battle her in the Gen 4 remix.
I don't think she actually cheats in the Gen 4 remakes.
No, I'm saying her challenging in the levels.
I mean, she's
She's
pretty
one
much
of the
just a
hardest-
competitive team at that point.
She has a competitive team for Gen 4. They changed her to competitive movesets, items, and IVs.
Uh-huh.
Which you're not, and no one was expecting it when it first happened.
The whole Elite Four was a kick in the ass, going from extremely, like, following everything in Gen 4, almost to the wire, to the point of it being too easy, and then suddenly you're hit with professional content.
They're like, yeah, like, they didn't, like, they gave Cynthia all of it, and then they gave the E4 the other 2 out of the 4 things I listed. But even just those 2, you're just like, what the fuck? Why is this more difficult?
How
But do
dare
know how that
you
could have been
bite my
remedied?
pocket? That was rude.
Every time you say something about, like, biting a pocket, it just makes me want a hot pocket.
Well, don't set my hippo on fire. That's not how you get a hot pocket.
Yeah, I would have to friggin' lift up the hippo, put him over a fire, rotisserie
It went to
him.
call an ambulance,
sorry.
but not for me to. Oh shit! I'm in the ICU. The difficulty spike. Yeah.
Why are you in the ambulance? I picked up a hippo.
Are we gonna win? I'm very confused with how well this fight is going.
Knock on wood. Because every time someone says it's going well, what happens, Magus?
Kill, maim, Moida.
Oh yeah, Magus, you were talking about God games the other day?
Yes.
What's your favorite? Jesus Christ, something insane is going outside of my trailer. And I don't want to go look because it's kind of scaring me.
Hippowdon.
But what's your-
Murder.
But what was your favorite part in that song? Out of the gods that we heard in it?
Thrust is not giving, it's forged.
That's
Why should I
probably
give
like
him
a
my
favorite one.
support? He sacrificed his Uncle Hort.
I know the next lines, and now I can't think of it because that friggin' shake of my trailer scared the crap out of me.
I think it's something like, they betrayed him, you're just being a bitch. And then Hephaestus is like, alright,
Oh.
fine.
Did you forget they betrayed him? And refused to listen.
And then he can build a future with those who miss him? Something like
You
that?
missed him. Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Fine.
Bye. Release him. But I love the fact when Ares pops in,
Or
like, you
that-
can...
With those who
tell
miss him, yeah,
that-
that's from the Ares and Aphrodite.
Yeah, but Ares and Aphrodite were kind of one, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because it started as an Ares part. Because remember,
Nope,
you could
started
tell
as
how-
Aphrodite, then it became an Ares part.
Sorry, you're right. I got names flipped around. I was thinking of the right gods in my head, said the wrong names. Said wrong names out loud. Thought of the right ones in my head. But you could tell how fucking. You could just tell how done Athena was with her brother already, and all he said was basically one sentence. Ares!
Really, Athena? These old tricks? Ares! Well, it's because he quick-thoughted her quick thought.
But, like, it's also funny if you read the Greek mythology stuff, because, like, they're petty towards each other all the fucking time, as siblings are.
Yeah. By the end, you think
like, it's
Eurylochus
just
was
so
resigned? Yeah, probably.
But, like, just fucking Athena being so done with his shit just was the fucking icing on the cake for me. I always laugh at it. Just, Ares? I'm gonna kick your ass when I get home. Oh, it was, what kind of sick coward holds back his power? Well, his friends get devoured. He didn't even fight
He didn't
Scylla.
even fight Scylla, didn't even try tequila.
Hides inside a warden horse to get the job done. Never handles things up front, pathetic and weak like his son.
Hold your tongue there, his son's my friend. And you can tell your lover that a broken heart can mend.
You did add a few words, but yeah, no, you still got the gist. But honestly, it's like, I still love.
Oh my god, we just won!
No, I'm saying that's the
How
best
the
that you
fuck
got,
can we beat this
that you got it
fight?
all off of memory.
No. How the fuck can we beat this fight while struggling in the Larry gym? Usually it's the other way around.
That's the luck of the run. Every run is different.
We just beat 4 Pokemon using only 3 and that are terribly suited for these fights.
I will tell you my favorite part after, like, I make my next comment of what I was going to say before this, because a lot of people actually don't realize my favorite Greek god, so I'll tell you it in a moment, but, I still love the part where, oh, what was her name? Where Aphrodite was like, what was that, Aphrodite?
What's the line?
It's towards the end of the song. I can't find the name now.
It's probably Hera then.
Hera, yeah, thank you. I couldn't find the name. I was like, I know who it is. I just can't think of her name right now. Because she's one of those gods where I don't remember her name, I remember what she does.
First name's what you do, your second name's what you like.
Yeah, but I still love where Hera, where they were like, just like, you know, I want to release him, but you gotta give me a good reason. And so
That's
she goes like through the
effectively what it is.
reasons. Yeah, just
Because I believe it
try
was something
harder.
like, there's so many stories, why should yours succeed, or some shit like that. And then she's like,
so
he's
many
got the mind of a
heroes.
genius. Try
Give me
harder.
one good reason why yours should prevail. He's got the mind of a genius. Try harder.
Really
He's
good with
pretty
words.
skilled. You can do better than that. He's kind of funny. Yeah. Like,
Never
I
once did he
fucking
cheat
love
on
the-
his wife.
Release him. Like that pause, like you could tell the fucking side eye Zeus was getting.
Yep. Good
Just-
shit.
And then at the end, fucking Athena just plays the "But I'm your baby girl" card, basically.
Pretty much. She's just like, pretty please?
But my favorite part is actually Apollo's.
Apollo's got a good one.
There's a theory that the whole musical is from Apollo's perspective. Like, he's just everything that he's watched. And I'm like, you know what, that would make fucking sense that he would turn it into a musical. But, yeah, I just love the part where it was like, with so many sirens gone. I
I think Odie's in the wrong.
And how, like, all it took was one fucking sentence to convince him. Of, like, they were trying to do him worse. All he did was reimburse them. Now they'll tread with caution first. To live another day and sing another song, and he's just like, what the fuck ever. Release him! Woo!
Well, I mean, to be totally fair to Apollo, he really wasn't standing against Athena. He just needed her to give him a valid reason.
Yeah, true. Like, no, it's like, it always just gives me the vibes of, like, he just doesn't want to be there at the moment. Like, he was kind of just forced into this.
He gave her the easiest argument. The sirens literally tried to kill him.
I mean, to be fair, like, you could also argue Hera's was pretty easy, too, because, like, she just had to use some, like, decent, like, thinking of what does Hera like.
But to be fair, if this was the actual Odysseus, that reason wouldn't have worked.
Maybe. It also depends on which version of Odysseus' story, too, because there's multiple versions. But if it
Cersei
the
was
actual
always a choice. Say what you will about Calypso. Cersei, sleeping with her, was always a choice that Odie made.
Yeah, there's arguments that can be made on it not being a choice, but most of it's pretty vague, and, like, the vague does not help.
Yeah.
Like, I've read the most vague versions of it when I was in Ethnic Foods during our Greek era, and I'm like, so he's a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, like, there wasn't meant, like, he was even told by Hermes, like, are you sure you don't, these, like, guys were, like, a dick to you, basically, this whole time. Why do you want to save them? He's like, they're my friends, they're my crew. Are they really your friends? Like, I'm pretty sure some of them want to sleep with your wife, dude.
At that point, who doesn't want to sleep with his wife?
Like, to be fair, they don't know what's going back on the mainland yet.
I mean, just in general, everyone seems to want to get into the, what would be the right word? Penelopussy.
I was gonna say the Forbidden Throne Room, but okay, that works too. But I think I actually now have an answer to, like, which one's my favorite song, because I didn't realize, but I kept going back to it to listen to it.
Really?
Which was, Ruthless.
That's a pretty good one.
Yes.
Ruthlessness
Chill one to get,
is dishonor on your cow.
What's up, Pop?
Despise. And it's of their cat that don't have a cat, but they have their cat.
Ralph, are you okay? Do you need us to call you a doctor?
What?
I have no clue what you just said at all. Like, are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, because, like, I was like, is he, like, okay? Do we need to call him an ambulance?
You think he's just
No,
sleepy?
good. Well, yeah, I'm very tired, but that's beside the point. I mean, I am laying down. My glasses
Yeah.
are off, and I've just been laying in my bed for an hour.
Hi,
I need to wear my
Ogrepon.
glasses
I've
more.
been gone for a month. How do you feel? Good.
Sad and
Okay,
depressed.
Got a kitchen.
Oh,
Hi, Kieran. How long have you been standing here? Have you eaten? No?
no.
I'll find a
Perfect.
Pokemon that I could eat, and nobody would be upset. So what you're telling me is you're a bitch. Yeah.
Hi,
Thank you,
Sky.
Kieran, for accepting.
Or Astral. I don't know which one you prefer, even though we talk on like a semi-daily basis. Kitsune is your
Did you know that
favorite
there's a
Greek
really good way of
god,
telling?
Zagreus. Does he even count as a god?
I told you I would tell you my favorite god, and I never did, but I'm pretty sure
Hypnos.
you know who it is.
Melanoe. Melanoe? Melanoe.
No.
I think that's her name. Not even close?
Oh, I saw.
Is it not an underworld deity? Dionysus.
For me or for Kitsune?
Kitsune.
You know what? After you're done guessing Kitsune's, do you want to try guessing mine at least?
We'll see. Also, Jirachi for life. Jirachi is good, but Jirachi can't spin. Not an underworld, not one of the Olympians. Okay. That narrows it down consistently.
Not by much, but...
I mean, okay. Do you count Hestia as one of the 12? Because in a lot of translations, she is not counted amongst the 12.
I think there's one translation where it's 13 and then she's counted, but that's just one translation. And I could be wrong, because I said it's been a while.
Whoever wins gets to be Ogrepod's partner. So don't you dare hold back. Sure.
It's so many.
It's okay. It's not Hestia. Is it one of the muses? Do you count, like, lesser deities like that? I know you're probably a better tweeter. No, not Polyphemus. Prometheus. If he even counts.
Wait, Kitsune, can I take a stab in the dark?
Is it a male instrument? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Kitsune, is yours Artemis?
She's one of the 12.
I wasn't sure if she was one of the 12 or not. Who are the 12 again? Because that's why I can't remember, because 12 is a big number.
Iris, the rainbow goddess?
Hang on, wait. Is it one of the primeval gods?
Or maybe... Hecate?
Did you say Eros, I think is how you say their name? Or are they one of the 12?
Eros? Is that what you were saying, Alexis?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I don't
Fuecoco
think
is
so.
stolen my nose.
Yeah. The god of love,
Hecate
lust.
counts as- Okay.
Basically
Eros
the
is a
one who's
guy.
running all the time. I just said they because I didn't know their gender.
Eros is like the son of Athena. I almost said Athena. Son of Aphrodite.
Well, that's probably why he's so horny.
Are you spinning, son? Thank you, Jake. I am indeed spinning. I'm spinning to
But
win.
the one who's like so stupid.
Go, yo-yo!
Oh wait, did Kitsune say no to the primordial gods?
Not a primordial.
Eros is a primordial. Or you're saying no to Kitsune as being a...
It's not primordial, so it's not Erebus, Gaia, Uranus, or I guess Auranos. It's the Greek is so weird to pronounce on that.
Yeah. Nope, that's a primordial. I was going to say one god that would be really out there,
Wait.
but then I realized it was primordial.
I was gonna say Persephone, but no, she counts as underworld aligned.
Does she though? Because she was... Some are way bigger than others, some aren't. Some she was just kind of dragged down there, others she just kind of went, whatever.
I don't think Pandora counts as human. One of the first women, I believe. Hey guys, guess what? The frames are dropping.
Is it because we're trying to like figure out what Kitsune likes?
Yes.
Wait, hang on. Have you noticed that it's always when Kitsune comes in that your frame rates drop?
Okay, our frames are back, kind of. Pandora is super cold. And Hestia is on the right track.
I'm
Is there,
probably
like-
super wrong on this one.
Is there another fire deity we're not thinking of?
Oh, it's fire. Okay, fire Greek gods. There's too many of those for me to think of. They said no to it being a Titan, right?
It's not a fire deity, okay.
Is it a Titan? Because those kind of counted. Wait, give us that hint, Kitsune. Is it a Titan so I don't have to waste my time at looking at Titans? Let me know what Kitsune
Spots,
says.
do your job.
Is it? Nope, wait, they said it's not They said it's not primeval, right? Or primvale?
Primeval.
Okay, yeah, it was spelled kind of weird, so I wasn't sure.
Ow.
But they said no to that, right?
It's primeval or primordial, and the answer is no.
Trying to think. Not one of the 12. I don't have an answer on if it's one of the Titans yet.
Nope. Titans are primordial. Before the Olympians. It's gotta be one of those stray gods that are just kind of on the sidelines then. Would it be one of like the goddesses of dawn?
I think I asked about her already, and I think he said no.
None of those were mentioned. There's quite a few.
I asked about Herma, because that was one of them that wasn't either one of them.
Oh, you fool. Suffer
Celine?
and die.
Oh, wait. What about Celine? Could it be her?
From, depends on if you count Titan or not.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Kitsune's answer on the Titans if they
Nope,
count the
not a
Titans.
Titan.
Okay, so that at least knocks out 3 more. Is it like one of the planetary named ones then?
None of the planetary named ones are Greek.
Sorry, not planetary named ones. I don't know why I said planetary. Like, so one of the ones that are like whatever category Selena was a part of, I just don't know what category they were.
Stop learning rest, goddammit. She starts with
'Cause
an H.
Hekite?
We already covered that. It's not Hecate.
Sorry, I'm terrible pronunciations. Hypnos?
Not a girl.
Oh, are we looking for specifically a girl god?
Yes.
Or a guy god? Because if it's a goddess, then that narrows it down a lot.
It is indeed a goddess.
And we know it starts with an H. There's too many gods in Greek, goddamn.
It's not over yet. I'm tired of losing.
List of Greek deities, goddamn. For once in my... Did they say it was an early deity or no?
It's none of the 12, not a Titan, not primordial. Which means it's one of the side ones. Probably some sort of intermediate deity.
Yeah, but they're... I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. Okay,
Name?
this doesn't help because the picture... I think it's a guy because one of the pronunciations is hours. But... Hora? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's H-O-R-A-E.
Hore, the Hore. Though that's a specific group similar to the Muses.
Trying to think. There's so many gods that could
The
start with
Hore
what
are
goddess
the
is-
seasons.
Yeah.
The goddess are the spirit goddesses that represent them.
No, they said it starts with an H, and we're pretty sure it start with an H. We're pretty sure it's one of the fucking side characters.
It's a silly side character, designed only to illustrate that she doesn't want to get married.
Kitsune, you give me a headache sometimes.
Yeah, I've run out of names. I don't want to look at an alphabetical list of Greek deities.
Hang on, there's two that I have an idea of. There's two that I could. There's three now. I have three. I'm gonna
Heavy?
list off three real quick.
The goddess that Hercules marries?
What about?
Hebe, Hebe, however she's pronounced. I think she's a deity of youthful women or something.
Harmonia. What about Harmonia?
Hebe, yep.
Okay, I literally, when you said happy, I was about to say it, I was like, damn it. But I had a list of the three. It's that, I completely forgot about. Kitsune, you give me a headache sometimes.
Get spun. Dirty whore. Yeah, I said that, Mr. YouTube. What do you say about that? Goddess of youthfulness and peace. Very nice. Dude, you're gonna die. Why are you getting hard? Well, that's horrible.
Actually pretty common for males to get hard when they're dead.
Eternally unjacked.
Wait, am I on the tentacle?
Yes.
It's not Friday. Yeah, you
Aw,
skipped Friday,
figures. You eat your soap, Kitsune?
No, medicinal soap. It's actually used in hospitals a lot.
You eat your soap?
You don't?
Excuse me, I'm a scientist. I know this shit.
But yet you still can't answer what a germy is.
Jeremy are complex.
Just look like a ball of jelly that I want to put on my sandwich.
I wouldn't try eating a Jeremy. It's usually pretty bad for your health.
What happens if I eat a germy?
You totally don't eat your soap? Why do I not believe you, Kitsune?
Magus, what happens if I eat the Jeremy?
You die.
Like,
They're not
is it an
eatable.
explosion? What happens? Like, do they
They
explode?
expand.
I mean, that also describes what happens to my sewage pipes after Taco Bells. I don't see an issue here.
They consume all of your other stomach contents and then consume you.
You're just still describing fast food.
I'm sorry you have carpal tunnel, Minnow. But hey, 2 maps for Dottie's Revenge. Whee!
Okay, but yeah, no, Kitsune, Magus. Go ahead and guess my favorite Greek god. But I'm gonna... Do I give you guys hints? Maybe.
Look, the
Maybe
only
not.
Jeremy that are eatable are the Jeremy that are in the Jeremy snacks. And Jeremy snacks are specifically spelled SNAX. And they're the range of fruit snack products that we will totally be releasing in the future.
That's what the Craig I found had.
Mm-hmm.
Do they taste good? Because I kind of want to try it. Like, it's just my vibe. But yeah, Magus, go ahead. Guess my favorite Greek god. You got me intrigued now.
Artemis.
No, but that's a good one. I do like her.
I guess we should play 20 questions. Is it
Okay.
a goddess or a god?
God.
Is it
I'll
one of
cut
the
you off
12?
effectively. Not sure. I believe so.
Okay, let's
Let
amend
me
the
double
question.
check that one.
Do they have a cabin in the first Percy Jackson books?
Not sure, because I haven't read Percy Jackson in years. But yes, they are one of the... Wait. But yeah, I'm not sure on the cabin.
Dionysus.
No. Oh, wait, they're... Yes, he is one of the 12.
Poseidon?
No. You have 12 shots of getting it right. Well, 6. Maybe 12? I don't know how many of them are male.
Hephaestus?
No, I don't care for Hephaestus very much. She put me to sleep, actually. Or he. Whatever.
Hades.
They put... That got the news. Huh?
Hades.
No.
We're running out of men? Oh yeah, I think you said it already, Apollo.
I dropped the hint earlier. I said he was my favorite part of the thing, but yes, that is my favorite god. But I said it was my favorite part of the, So that was my favorite part of the God games, just because I really liked the fact that he just didn't give 2 shits. And that was also the hint to hopefully help you get there. Like, just think of God games.
Time to beat up Ogerpon in her cute little dress.
But my second favorite god is a lot harder to guess. But I like Apollo because that was actually because I was actually a music major. I found a lot of his stories relatable. So.
Have you ever heard of the campfire song? Where it's all the, like, sons and daughters of the gods complaining about how their parents suck?
I did, but I have yet to actually get more details onto it. Because, as I said, I was on and off into Greek mythology, so I always forgot where I was at, so I just read whatever seemed the most interesting to me.
Understandable. You fool.
But can you really blame those gods for bitching about their parents?
Well, Well, they wouldn't have been gods. It would have been demigods.
Yeah, for instance, can you really blame them? Most of their life, their parent wasn't even there.
The gods are real, like the Greek gods, like the ones you learned about but weren't paying attention to. Now they don't pay attention to you either, especially if you're their kid.
It's like,
The gods have godly things to do, godly places they need to, godly plans they need to make that don't include me. Yeah, the gods are real, and they have kids, and those kids have issues. Issues.
You know-
Luke's
Okay, I'm gonna give you a
daddy
very
doesn't love me, mommy is a god. Daddy can't protect me, and mommy can't protect me, and daddy is a god. And daddy is too busy, mommy is too busy. Busy being a god, yeah.
oh, by the way,
Opening
actually,
notes of the first song in the Percy Jackson musical. Pretty damn good
somebody's
musical.
actually. So there's actually somebody who's, I forgot what the word is, but like people who study mythology, right?
A mythologist?
Somebody's actually, yeah, there's a mythologist actually counting all of the Greek gods' body counts right now. And guess which god actually has the highest, because I was surprised to find it out. No, it actually got updated this year.
Then who fucks more?
Take a stab in the dark, because I was surprised as fuck to find it out.
Well, I know it ain't Zeus. Zeus might have the most, like, known conquests, but... Or not known conquests, but the highest amount of, like, named fucks.
I'll give you a hint, it is a male member of the 12.
Apollo?
Yes, he has the highest fuck count so far off the countings. And it's, do you know what's sad? Most of them, they kind of, they're like, okay, this is the solid number. And then they got to Apollo, they're like, yeah, sorry, this is still in counting. We don't know when we're going to need to stop.
Because, see, the thing about that is...
I
Zeus
see how
fucks
he did
around
it.
a lot. And it's stated that he, like, is always fucking. But there's a lot of unnamed fucks. Poseidon has quite a few kids that you would least expect, which means he fucks a lot. But Apollo has a lot of, like, specific stories about his lovers.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, they're also, like, counting if it's unnamed and named. But I can you really blame him? Because it's pretty easy to seduce people with music.
True. And that is why the bard gets babes.
Oh my god. Apollo is fucking the dragons. Confirmed.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was reading through that mythologist's count and why he was doing this, he was like, I was curious in this originally, because, like, a lot of people, he thought it was going to be Poseidon or Zeus originally, right? And his response was, I regret reading some of these.
That's great. They do play a small but important role in the first Percy Jackson book. To clarify why heavy for you, for all that you're not the most mentally stable, you always find it nice knowing there's a figure you can just back in peace with. Fuck. I like that. That's a really nice way to put it.
The question is, would you sleep with Apollo, or do you think it would be too dangerous? Like,
so many of Apollo's lovers get killed. I don't think I'd want to do that.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. I forgot about the killing part. I was saying dangerous and, like, you know, you're going to need a lot of medication type of way.
Okay, so your favorite god is not a god or a goddess, and they're not a demigod, but they play a role in the first Percy Jackson book. It's not one of the Furies, is it?
Wait, are they a reoccurring character? Like, are they one of the main three? Because I could be wrong, but was the... I forgot his name, but the... What was his name? It's literally Percy's best friend. Why can't I remember it?
No.
Was he? I don't think he was a demigod.
No,
right?
But he's also not a god or a deity. He's a satyr.
Yeah, I thought the person said that it wasn't a god or a demigod, but they played a role in the first book.
He doesn't play a small role.
Oh, they said small role. I thought they just said a role, like leaving it vague. My bad.
Context clues from the first book. Let me think. Well, we have to legally capture this child.
Wait, was this the first or the second book? What, is it the taxi driver?
Not in the first book.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was first or second.
Oh, like Camp Half-Blood's driver, the guy covered in eyes. Ogerpon, the mask Pokemon. This mischief-loving Pokemon is full of curiosity. It battles by drawing a shotgun made out of vines.
Wait a minute, hang on. It could be one of the camp counselor people.
All the counselors are either, what's the word I'm looking for? The camp counselors that are actually counselors are human, but the staff includes, naiads and, there's a couple cyclopses, I think, that work in the kitchens.
Well, what about the one who gives Percy the pen? Could that be a possibility?
That's a guy. His name's Chiron. He's the activities director.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah, I was
centaur.
asking, could that be?
No,
Could it
it's
be
a girl.
him? Oh, it's a girl. Okay, I
You need to
don't
pay
have all the
attention to
details.
chat.
I'm trying to get my bed set up. My bed was falling into the bed hole.
Medusa doesn't count as a deity, though.
They did. I do remember that. Remember, they said it wasn't a deity of sorts, I believe. I could be wrong on it. I could have
Well,
misread
the
that.
specific question was, guess my favorite Greek deity.
Wait, was Masuda in the first book, though?
Medusa was in the first book. She was one of the
Why did I
first
say
things
Medusa?
that Percy fought.
Yeah,
And
I
he
knew that she was early on.
He didn't use a fucking iPhone to see her and cut her head off. No, he used his fucking shield like a normal person.
Like, I get why they did it to be more modern with the times. Was I a little bit disappointed about it? Yeah.
The movie is just stupid, and I want to kick the movie in the spine.
I
If
actually
it
like
had
the movies, but they're not.
No, the Percy Jackson movies aren't even good movies. The first one's like a B movie at best.
Yeah, I feel like they would have been good if they weren't supposed to be based off the books.
Now, Minnow, when you say deity, do you mean mythological figure? Or do you mean actual godly being? Because there is a difference. Some mythological figures are creatures. Or monsters. Why?
There's so many in the first one. That makes it so
Why can't
hard.
I be like you, Spindolin? Wah!
I think he counts as a deity, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he counts as a deity.
Let's head home.
Yeah, because he's the son of Zeus and someone.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a demigod, so that takes it out.
mythological figure with abilities untied to their species. So someone with abilities that they're not supposed to have that is in the first Percy Jackson book.
And is it a deity or is it not a deity?
Not a deity.
Okay. Mythological. Non-deities. There we go. That's what I need to look up because I'm trying to think of them in the first book.
What's in the first book?
I know, that's why I'm... It's hard to think of them on the spot, but like if you like give us a few days, we could probably think of it.
Okay, so we get to fight... You're unclear
No, it's not
if she's a
Grover.
deity. Okay. Go here. Hi, Pon Pon. Can you learn any spinning moves? If you can't, I have to kill you. No.
I'm sorry. Thanks, Google AI, for always being wrong. Sorry, God, if they... Well, no, they said they have powers. I was about to say, if they say it's the fucking stepdad, you should ban him, because the stepdad was a douche in every version.
Harpies, naiads, dryads. Yeah, there's all this staff of the camp. Okay, this is probably a good question.
Were they in Camp Half-Blood?
Yeah, what were they, an ally of the camp or an enemy of the camp? I think you said something about them being in the camp.
Because if it's in the camp, then could it be the guy who gave Percy the pen?
No, because we've already said Chiron twice.
Oh, that's right.
And Chiron's a guy, not a girl. Ally of the camp appearing in the camp. Is it Grover's girlfriend? She's like a nymph or dryad or something?
I swear to God,
Like
that's it. That is
Jennifer or
like the most
Shendolin or Geography or something? Geograph? Geography?
I'm still confused because it's still because of the books I read, it was still pretty like. Does Percy just live in the camp now, or is he like homeless now?
He stays there during the summer and stays with his mom. Otherwise.
Okay, I guess
Until
like
he's
first
grown
book
up and
I
going
read,
to
like, it was
college
so
and
big, I'm like,
stuff. You really battled great. I want to fight you.
okay, better question: are they a staff member? Is why I forgot.
Yeah, they can't be a camper, so they're probably staff.
I don't care about the Diane's Curse. I just want to know who works at Camp Half-Blood. Wait, are they a kid or adult? Well, teenager or adult. Because we're going based off books.
Alright, I guess I legally have to insert Pon Pon onto the team. So, in order to keep the number accurate, we're going to take out the washer.
Now staff position normal for a human camp. Adult. Okay, so they are a staff member. All staff of Camp Half-Blood.
I mean, would it count? Does Rachel Elizabeth Dare count?
I was about... They're in it. They're in that category.
Yeah, but she's not a Greek mythology character.
She might, because I think she's the only one who is immortal in the staff for females.
She
Yeah, I
is
think
introduced
because
very
there's
early. Because she's at the dam. Because I remember the dam snacks.
Yeah, and the other one's the other female's a demigod. Oh wait, what about Talia? Is she
She's a tree
a demigod?
at this point. And a demigod.
Okay, so yeah, there's only like 3 staff members, if you count the tree, who are female, that I can remember.
Kitsune, she is in the first book, I'm fairly certain. Whichever book they go to the Hoover Dam in. Because I swear that they meet Echidna at the top of one of these dams or bridges or something. And then Percy jumps off the fucking building into the water and survives a fall. Technically not staff, but she sort of is.
That's still describing Elizabeth.
She technically has a cabin. How can she have a cabin if she's not a god?
It's definitely not Katie Gardner, because that's a god. Miranda?
Nope.
Wait, no, that was way later, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Shit, you're right.
I don't
She
think
only
Miranda-
does show up in Titan scripts. I could have sworn she shows up earlier.
Casino is actually stumping me today. Wait, they have a cabin.
Then
Right?
they have to be a god. Unless the big house is somehow their cabin.
Demeter wasn't in the first book, or however you say her name.
And they're also not a god, apparently.
I know there was one Greek mythology person in the cabin names.
I was gonna say it now. Do you,
Had a
you
cabin, but
can't
wasn't a god.
you can't mean the Oracle of Delphi, right? That's technically
I
the
already
only
said-
other immortal staff member.
Wasn't she rolled into Elizabeth's character though in the book?
Or she became the next Oracle. Because the Oracle has been stuck being the Oracle, well, basically being dead.
Yeah. Are there? Hang on. Is there camp members unknown when you look it up in the listing?
To a degree, yeah.
Because there's 3 cabins with unknown, so the person could have an unknown cabin member.
There's no cabin numbers. They're all named after the gods.
Yeah.
And all
No, I
of
meant,
them
like,
have
number.
at least one person in them except for Hera.
Yeah, but there's some with unnamed people, so it goes underneath unknown.
But each cabin has at least one person that is named. The Huntresses is
16
Artemis
Nemesis
stay in the
has a-
Artemis cabin. Eventually,
Oh, wait,
Thalia
we're
was
going
in
off book
Zeus's
1.
cabin. Percy's in Poseidon's cabin. Except for Hera, no one sleeps in Hera's cabin.
Yeah, and we're also going off book 1, which I don't think 16 through 19 was shown yet in book 1, was it?
Correct, because those other cabins were only built because Percy said, you guys really need to take care of your kids. And he got the gods to pay child support.
And the funny thing is, we still don't know if those gods even have kids. It's more than likely they did, but still, the point stands.
Well, yeah,
So those cabins could-
we know of a son of Nemesis. We know of a daughter of Hecate. Nico gets a cabin
about-
built for him as the only living son of Hades right now.
What about Habe? Because she has a cabin. I'm not asking for Kitsune's favor. I'm just asking, like, do they have an unnamed kid? Because I know they put it as unknown, but like, or do we just not know if they have a kid or not?
I've never seen a kid of Heavy. At least not in any of the books. Maybe she shows up in one of the later ones, but...
Yeah, because there's 9 canon books, right?
Let's see, there's like 6 in the first series, another several, and then there's a couple like gap spots, followed by an Apollo series. There's the original Percy Jackson, the one that melds in Roman stuff, then there's the one with Apollo, then there's an Egyptian series that has like 3 or 4 books, I want to say, and then a Norse series that has a couple of books. The Norse series overlaps a bit, because that protagonist is Annabeth's cousin.
We've been stuck on trying to figure this out, and Kitsune answered the question for us already when you said it.
I know.
And you've been letting me just figure it out this whole time. I'm like, God damn, I'm stuck.
Well, the Oracle of Delphi is in the attic of the big house. So she's not really in a cabin, she just lives in an attic because she's a fucking mummy. She can't, like, live a normal life because she's literally dead.
I feel like that shouldn't count because they're not even in an actual building at that point. Well, I mean, they're in an actual building, but they're not in an actual room.
Suffer and
what
die.
cabins were in book 1? How many cabins were in book 1?
12.
Okay, so from 13 onwards was added later. Gotcha.
Basically, if you're an Olympian, you had a cabin, even if you didn't exist in the cabin. And in that count, Hestia is not one of the 12. Dionysus.
You said that we have a
slot.
You said Nemesis had a kid in the Percy Jackson thing, right?
Yes. That kid nearly stabs Percy.
Yeah, did the kid have an actual name that we knew?
Yeah. Ethan, I think.
Okay, because... Or do they put unknown because Camp Half-Blood themselves don't know about it?
What's his name? Ethan...
Because on the actual, like, thing
Ethan
that, like, listed
Nakamura,
off...
the son of Nemesis.
Yeah, why isn't he listed in the cabin for it?
Because he was dead before Nemesis's cabin was built. Kronos killed his ass in the Titan War, the Second Olympian War.
Oh, wait, that's right. Wasn't he the one who was like 8 or whatever, or something like that?
No. Just as old as Percy. He nearly stabbed Percy, and then Percy convinced him to be a good guy again. And then he fucking died because Kronos was a bitch.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember how Kronos killed him. I was like, I need to reread the books. It's been a while.
Probably ripped his dick off.
You know, how do you actually feel about the fucking grudge that Poseidon held for 10 years? Like, do you think it was a reasonable grudge?
No.
Can I ask you a reason of why you don't think it was reasonable?
He literally chased Odysseus across the ocean.
I mean, to be fair, he ruined his son's life.
And yet his son is still alive. Ah, a one-shot kill. That feels good. The Vanny. Many grudges are unreasonable, Minnow, you're right.
Yeah, like, but, because if you go outside of like what people know from Epic, like they give us some more of what happened to the Cyclops after, and it's just sad. Because the Cyclops, after getting blinded, wasn't able to live the same for the rest of his life, obviously, because A, he's blinded. And he was blinded, basically given an unsustainable and hellish existence. Just like any blind Cyclops would have, from what we could gather from the details. He couldn't take care of his flocks as well as he used to, and he literally had to feel the backs of each sheep one by one leave him every day.
What's his fault for living alone in a cave with sheep?
We were his friends, and it caused him to go into a deep state of depression and just want revenge on Odysseus.
Sucks
And his
to be
existence
him.
was greatly diminished in his mind, and he even lost the lawless and ruthless nature due to the depression.
Well, sucks to be him. If he can stop being a bitch and get his life together, maybe he can still salvage it instead of wallowing away in a pit of his own pity. Oh hey, maybe that's why it's called pity.
Maybe it is actually, now that you bring that up. But thank you, Kitsune. That's right. I was like, I remember reading it. I couldn't remember how he died because I haven't read the book since I was in middle school. I think maybe high school.
He has to die in a properly ironic way.
Giant or Ethan?
No, Ethan.
Okay, I was like, man, you really hate the Cyclops and Poseidon.
I mean, the Cyclops is a dick.
I mean, yeah, the Cyclops deserves to die, but Poseidon just fucking held a grudge for way too long.
Poseidon's
Like, I get
also
why
a
he
dick.
held the grudge. Well, Poseidon also needs to learn to keep his dick in his unitar.
Ah, yes, thank you for coming. I've been told that everyone's finished their blah, 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 blah. Now, what you really want to know is that you can finally access the next part of the DLC in the Blueberry Academy. That's what you're really here to find out. Sure, you could have gone to the terrarium before, but now you can actually access the plot moment that lets you get to go to a really cool place. My brother's not
Sorry,
feeling
there was
well,
one,
so I'm gonna go kill my brother. Anyway,
Wait, actually, there was
I
one
don't
god
want any
who did
bitches
tie in
being in
mythology.
here. If you would
with-
just go, that'd be great. You could stay here though, Spindolin. I like you.
Holy shit. So yeah, Ares and Apollos were actually basically tied on their body counts.
I'm surprised that Ares has such a high body count.
So, as I said, the mythologists kind of didn't count the super vague ones on like if they actually did or not.
Wait.
But it's still in.
Oh my
But
god.
it's still in the double digits for all of the gods.
They have art for
Fair.
Nemesis, and she looks horrid.
Do you want to know Ares and Apollo's rough body count last counted 5 months
Not
ago?
right now, because I'm too distracted by how stupid this character design looks.
You should show stream because I kind of want to see how bad it looks too.
It's in the open chat.
Oh, it's in the open chat? Okay. How do I open the chat?
She looks like a fucking teenager. Okay, so when you look at the intern lounge, do you see the little speech bubble? That's the open chat.
Yeah. I already found it. But no, I remember her.
You
And I
shouldn't,
don't think...
because the art's not used in the books. It's only on the
No,
webpage.
I've seen this art.
Okay, RR2 looks a little more accurate to what I would think a mother would look like.
I don't know which one I like better, actually, because I like both of those.
And the graphic novel has some neat sunglasses.
Yeah, the graphic novel is definitely the one I remember for specifically that, but no, I just don't know where I've seen the first art before. Because I know I've seen it somewhere.
Kieran
Probably a
is like
Facebook
when
post I saw that.
Moist Critical tried to reinvent himself in college and decided to be the mysterious Animu guy. Yeah. Aw, Spindowin's adorable. It's hard to believe that she's just an eldritch monstrosity, and that looking into her eyes kills you.
Like, hang on. How does Ares have such a high body count? Because I feel like no one ever talks about Ares.
What's his body count?
About the same as Apollo's, 30 to 40.
That's not as much as I thought it would be.
As I said, all the gods are in like the double digits.
Yeah, I
Because they
would
didn't
expect
count the like
triple
big ones.
digits.
I expected Zeus's to be in the triple digits and Poseidon's, but they didn't count like the you know how like some of the stories are like vague on if they did Shaq or not. They didn't count of the vague ones because like you know you don't want to like make someone a hoe, even though they're already a hoe.
Well, Zeus fucks anything that moves, so...
So does Apollo, but Apollo has the most male partners.
Well, yeah. Apollo's bisexual as fuck.
Isn't it also stated that he prefers men too?
Maybe.
Like he leans towards men more.
I mean, bisexual man leaning male was like the base sexuality in ancient Greece.
You know what makes it even funnier? There's a couple gods who like are known as gods of sexual intercourse, and they still have less than Apollo and Ares.
That's the fun part.
But if you're talking about, if you want to know who has the most children, that might actually just be Poseidon. Because Poseidon, they literally gave up counting after 100.
Which implies that
Zeus has about-
Poseidon did a great deal of fucking.
Well, we also see a lot of his kids were born in sets.
True. But even if every single kid you have is a triplet, that means you've still had to fuck at least 33 times to have 99 kids.
Yeah, so that puts it more closer to the 40 for Ares and Apollo then. God damn.
Lorien
I don't know if
Legacy's
I'm-
fun, because it had a group of soulbound characters can only be killed in specific order. Neat.
But yeah, like if you're just talking about like lovers and stuff, that's Apollo and Ares for sure. Surprisingly.
How many
And Apollo
bitches has
has the
Ares
bear-
fucked?
Huh?
How many bitches has Ares fucked? Like, women.
If you're saying, do you want lovers or just females in general?
What is his female body count?
24.
So Ares has fucked a substantial amount of dudes. Or animals.
Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, this is the Wait, this is the old one. This is the old one that gives you a specific number instead of range. So do you just want me to give you the old one that gives us a number for now?
I'm just curious if Ares has fucked more guys or girls.
Ares has had 0 male lovers.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Do you want to know how many he was actually
some
lovers
sleep
with, though?
minnow.
Which is surprising. Though?
Sure.
Like, do you want to know how many? His count of lovers was 23.
Wait just a moment, Director Cyrano. Oh, hello there, Billy. You're as lively as always. Of course, I'm here as Director of the Academy. Where else would I be?
But yeah, this was the old count, but the new count is
What are you
upwards
doing
of
here?
40s.
Did we? Must
For
have slipped
both
my
of them.
mind. My name is Cyrano Dome, owner of the Blueberry Cyrano Dome.
Oh wait, that's why. Because this is only their lover count.
Not the amount of times they've fucked.
Oh no, this is the lovers they fucked.
I done plumb forgot.
Do you know what's surprising? Out of all the male lovers Apollo had, well, male visitors, he only loved 3 of them.
Eh.
Don't ask how many females he loved, because I'm surprised about that one, because Apollo gives me, like, he is into the guys type of vibe, so I'm surprised that he actually loved 28 females.
Well, maybe he just wants to fuck a bunch of dudes, but doesn't actually have a connection with them.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I didn't think about that. But yeah, no. Like, just sex and stuff, Apollo's counts are so goddamn high. It goes whoop.
I mean, you gotta fuck the bard.
Yeah, I'm still surprised about Ares. I can't see what people see in Ares.
Money, power, strength, the ability to smite one's enemies and fire.
And this is impressive for a Greek god. None of it was assault for Ares.
Yeah. Considering how often his dad went and assaulted people. Man, that must suck. Zeus is like... Zeus is being out-Zeused by his own son. Ta-da! We're here! I teleported you to my Blueberry Academy Dome.
Oh yeah, and Apollo's, all of Apollo's like main 40 that are spoken of. Because as I said, they're counting just like the named ones and not vague ones. None of them had all of Apollo's were consensual. That's impressive as hell.
Why'd you pick
For the gods.
Blueberry? The only assaulting Ares does is physical assault.
What the Oh yeah, no, hang on. Oh my god, just imagine that conversation. Punch you in the face. You're cute though. Want to go to the bedroom?
Yes,
Do you think that's
the first thing
Ares'
Ares
pickup line?
does is beat the shit out of his opponent, and then he's like, man, that fight got me hungry and horny. You want to go eat each other? Solve 2 problems with 1 stone?
But would Ares hit a female?
Yeah. War doesn't give a shit about your gender.
True. But like Ares also has like a lot of respect from what I've read. But
Not
that could also
Ares.
just been the- But that
Mars
could have also just
has
been the
honor,
version I
respect,
read.
and decorum.
As I said, it could have just been the version I read, because, you know, every version is different.
True, but in general, Ares is seen as more wild and violent, while Athena is seen as more wise and respectable in terms of, like, war deities. Mars is the other way around. Mars is a lot
The one
more
I-
of a respected individual amongst the Romans.
No, which god had the most marriages? That's the better question.
I don't think many gods have married multiple times.
Oh, that's Zeus.
Zeus has not gotten married to anyone but his wife. Unless he was somehow, like, masquerading as someone else in order to get married.
Zeus has the most marriages,
How
and it's in
many?
the single digits. 7.
Well, how the fuck did that work? He never married
Right, it's just
Thetis. Because he wed
Probably
his
disguises-
sister pretty much immediately after they beat up their dad.
The ones I'm finding, it was Metis, Themis, Demeter? How the hell? I still don't know how to say that.
None of those are marriages.
You know, I think you kind of gotta like use a loose term of marriage for Greek gods.
There was not a single ceremony involving weddings or anything like that. I can practically guarantee that.
Do you think Greek gods actually have a ceremony?
We certainly need someone to say they are wed. Zeus can't just walk up to a random bitch and say, "Hey, you're my wife now."
I feel like you don't have an option if he does that.
But any kind of marriage needs a third-party witness. It's not right.
I feel like it was Hera. I feel like it was Hera who would have
Yeah.
been his witness.
She wouldn't have let that happen, though. Do you know how often she kills people because Zeus cheats on her?
Yeah, true. It did say Hera was
Hi, Benny.
one of the more jealous of his wives.
Alright, let's have a terrible fight and lose.
Okay, now you got me curious. Who was actually the person who confirmed that they were wed? Or do you think Zeus is just like, yeah, that's my wife,
Okay.
and the other people are just like,
In Hesiod's Theogony, he describes Zeus as being married to 7 immortals. Metis, Themis, Eurynomy, Demeter, Mnemosyne, Leto, and Hera. How did these work, and did Zeus have to get divorced, or did he just leave? Zeus stays married to Hera, the literal goddess of marriage. I'm having a hard time finding anything about the dissolution of the earlier marriages.
yeah, that's what I want to know. Is like, did he get divorced? How does this
Metis
work for
was
Greek
eaten by Zeus, which is what resulted in Athena being born from his forehead.
Well, that's one hell of a way to get out of a marriage.
Themis, nothing. I think the other 4 goddesses all left Zeus or he left them. Hera is the only goddess he's consistently stayed married to, though he cheats on her all the time.
Now, I don't think I would want to go anywhere near Zeus. Like, even to talk to him.
Huh. Apparently there was a story about how Zeus and Hera almost split up, but Hermes convinced Zeus to claim he was gonna marry a mortal woman, marry a mortal woman, and Hera got stupid jealous, and then Zeus was like, "Just a wooden statue, you got punked."
I actually read that one. And do you know I remember how hard I laughed? So, I used to go to the local library every day. The person, who knew me really well, thought they were going to have to call an ambulance because of how hard I was laughing when I read that story. Just like, you go, girl. But, you know, I'm sorry to say, I think if I was in the room with Apollo or Zeus, I think just being in the same room would give me some, like, STDs or whatever. And I don't want to be in a room with them. now. Honestly, if you could meet a Greek god, which one would you want to meet?
I don't know. I think it could be fun to have tea with Hermes.
No, I feel like I would want to punch Hermes in the face, just because of how hyper he is. Or is there only certain depictions that he's like that wild and off the walls, or is that all of them?
All of them.
I don't know. Like, I could hang out with him, but not for a long period of time, you know?
I suppose that's fair. Did we win? No, we're not going to win this. I don't think there's even a chance that we can get these mining and Plusle down to a low enough health for the poison to kill.
And there's 3 virgin goddesses.
Yep. Athena's never fucked anyone.
Artemis never fucked anyone. Which is kind of surprising. Like, I don't know. Artemis gave me Dommy Mommy vibes when I was reading about her.
Well, she's also, like, seen as a safekeeper of children. And, like, young.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, an eternal maiden in the most literal sense.
Fair enough, yeah. But then again, also when you're probably busy hunting and controlling the moon too, you know. You're probably busy.
Like, the closest thing to a lover she ever had was Orion. And then Apollo made her shoot Orion. Because he was jealous.
Hey, man. He knows what he wants. He has the highest sex count, man. He knows what he wants.
He probably wanted to fuck Orion, too.
Fair enough. Actually, better question. Do you think he's fucking so much to fill the void Artemis is leaving? In his heart?
It would make sense. I mean, like, Apollo's like, my dear sister doesn't want to do the sex? Oh, man. I must fuck a bunch of men so that I can make up for her not having sex.
Oh yeah, they're twins. I forgot about that. I think I just made a cursed image in my head now. Thanks.
I mean, they are Greeks. They probably would fuck if they were both interested.
True. Fucking
I mean, Zeus and Hera are brother and sister. Oh,
Hades' wife is Persona? I forgot.
Persona, yes. I'm kidding. It's Persephone. She is colloquially Zeus's daughter through Demeter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally
Hello, Hera.
Hades' niece, and he's like, I want to bang my niece. No one take me out of context there.
And then, you can't forget, there is one other. One other weird couple. Oh yes, Poseidon wanted to fuck Hestia, and Hestia had to like flat out say, "No, I don't want to fuck anyone." Hestia is also the oldest Olympian, and therefore, technically, you could argue she's the strongest.
Sorry, someone wrote a college article, and I'm sorry, I would give this person an F.
What's the article? Why you should let Zeus sleep with you? I think that was written by Zeus.
No, they're trying to argue. They're trying to say there's not enough sex in Greek mythology. Should I have you be introduced to my good friend here, Apollo? Ares! Zeus! Poseidon, who has 100 fucking kids. Like, even if they were born in, like, sets of... So, the most was 40. They gave up counting after 100 kids. So, 100 divided by 40... So, if he had 50 kids at a time, because I don't know how many a fucking god can have at a time... That's at least upwards of 3 kids. I mean, 3 pregnancies. If he had, like, 40 kids at a time or whatever. Like, that takes quite a bit of stamina, too.
Yeah.
Conversations we have... This is how me and Magus talk off stream, too. Just questioning why gods are so goddamn horny.
Oh.
Or we ask how each other's day goes.
Apparently the 3 fates were born from Zeus and Themis. In at least one telling.
But still... Again, also, weren't some kids not, like, naturally born either, too, in Greek mythology? Like, not born the traditional way?
Most of them were. We're
Yeah,
talking about Greek mythology, which is about 85% sex.
Yeah, but not all of them were born the traditional way. Like, Athena was born through Zeus's forehead.
Yeah, but that's only because that he swallowed her mother.
Yeah, so who knows what Poseidon did to have 100 kids?
Yeah. I mean, he
And
did.
actually-
He is the father of a fair few Cyclopses. And technically, you could argue that Pegasus is his son as well.
Wait, so does that mean that he banged a horse?
No,
'Cause I wouldn't put it
Pegasus
past
is the
him.
result of his banging Medusa in the fucking temple to Athena.
Wait, hang on, so he banged a snake and it birthed
No,
a
this
horse.
was when Medusa was a beautiful woman.
Oh, okay. Wait, that raises more questions.
Alright, so here's how it
Hello,
works.
hello.
She used to be a beautiful woman, and she was working for Athena or something. Poseidon banged her in the temple, and Athena was like, "What the fuck, Medusa?" Turned her into a gorgon. And then when
You know,
she was
that's
eventually
really hot for a
killed by Perseus,
Yeah.
2 creatures sprang from her neck. One of them was Pegasus.
So, Zeus made a human into a snake, and that all resulted into a birth of a horse. Interesting.
No, Zeus had nothing to do with it.
Why did I say Zeus? I meant to say Poseidon. But still, interesting how that works. So, his kid is a horse with wings. Does Pegasus have a horn?
No. He's not an alicorn, he's a Pegasus.
Alright, because I know some depictions of Pegasuses have the horn and some don't. So I'm like, I don't think the Greek mythology Pegasus have them, so I had to ask. Like, you know? Because, like, you never know.
Ah. When Perseus beheaded her, Pegasus, a winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant wielding a golden sword, sprang from her body. And those are technically her kids with Poseidon.
You know, how does Poseidon know that his kid is a horse? Or do you think he just doesn't care at this point because he has so many goddamn kids?
He probably doesn't give a shit. Especially considering
My
he's the
God.
god of horses anyway.
Hang on, wait a minute. He has over 100 kids. Imagine if he lost a friggin' child support case and had to pay all of it.
I would be terrified.
Do you think a god could afford it?
Not Poseidon. It's not like he's the god of all gems and minerals.
Is there a god for that actually at all?
Yeah, Pluto. In
I
other
forgot about
words,
Pluto.
Hades.
He has to call up his brother like, bro, I need to borrow some money, man. What'd you do? I had 100 kids, they sued me.
Okay.
The funny thing is, if it wasn't for the whole turning to stone thing, Simon probably wouldn't even care that she is part snake. He would still
true.
smash. Yeah, you know, Kitsune. And then there's Apollo. I feel like Apollo would still smash even with the turning to stone thing. He'd just keep his eyes closed.
Apollo would be like, "You're already making
I have a
it
blind
hard."
No, Apollo would be the one to say the stupid pun of, "You're making me rock hard."
What's feeling a little more rock hard when you're already rock hard?
Medusa tries to turn him to stone. It doesn't work. He's like, I told you, I already rocked.
Poseidon is a very horny individual. You know what else is horny? A Minotaur.
I literally opened up the books about Minotaurs, right, when I was reading the Greek mythology stuff in the library. I opened to a random page, and that was a mistake.
Yep. Don't fuck the bull.
It was a bunch of, you know. And I closed the book, put it down, and went, I'm going to go read something else now.
Probably the smart way to do it.
Like, do not get me wrong, I don't mind reading about it, as long as there's, like, the build-up to it. And I know it's coming. But, like, sometimes I'll, like, open to a random page to see if, like, I'll be interested in the book to that point. To, like, get me hyped for the book. And then I did that mistake. What happens if Medusa sees a blind person, though? Technically, even if they are looking in the right direction, they aren't seeing in her eyes. Do they still turn to stone? There was an answer to that, and I don't remember.
The question is, do your eyes need to, like, proper eye-to-eye, literal-looking contact? Do you need to see in order to be affected? Or is it simply eyes locking?
Okay, so
'Cause then
according
if
to
you're
Greek
blind, it
mythology, it
shouldn't
does not
matter.
work on a blind person. Her gaze doesn't work on blind people.
Fascinating.
Wait, that's why some people use blindfolds in mythology, remember? That's why Apollo would probably bang her with a blindfold on.
And then also have her wear a blindfold.
Just in case his falls off.
Oh, trust me, this is a new thing they're doing. It's where you fuck each other while covering each other's faces. It's very, very
New anymore.
We're gonna put this paper bag over your head.
I should have done that with my ex. You know what? I know what I did. I'm going to sit in my silence of shame. But yeah, no. Apollo is goddamn horny. Friggin' most consensual amounts of done.
Ow.
No marriages.
Maybe that's why he has so many lovers, because he's never married.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
never
still convinced that it's
tied
the
down.
Artemis. I still think he wants to be with Artemis, and he's filling the hole in more ways than one.
I'm filling this hole because I can't fill hers.
You know, I was originally going to do a D&D campaign based off the Greek mythology gods, and I was going to do Apollo, but now I'm too scared to do Apollo as one of the gods.
Yeah. That'll happen.
You walk in, you see his 37 female lovers, along with his 3 male lovers. I'll leave this up to your imagination and fade to black.
They're just basking in all the sex.
Oh great, now your chat's taking me out of context.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, I've been taken out of context with tentacles this week, with donkeys. And with licking children. Of D&D. I've been taken out of context a lot this week.
Hang on.
Is this just what
Check something.
is this just what it's like being a content creator? We're just always going to get taken out of context no matter what.
Yes, that's how it works.
Wait, do you think Ares, out of all the gods, since, you know, none of his was assault or anything, because back then, in the Greek mythology era, there was forms of child protection and stuff. Do you think Ares used it?
What? Sorry, my brain is in 12 places at once.
Do you think Ares used contraceptions?
Did those even exist?
Yes, they did. I had to look this up a while ago.
One such species has even grown exceptionally larger than it might in other regions, thanks to all the light it's exposed to here. That's right, certain species of Pokemon can have completely different appearances depending on the region. We call this a regional form. I want all of you to catch an Alolan form. Time to have fun and suffer.
He has about 7 or so kids? That's actually a lot less than I thought that he would have had. Oh, he might actually have 10. He has somewhere between 7 to 10. Still not that many.
Blah, 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 blah.
And he's not in some of the writings, they're not sure if some of them are actually his kids or not. But at least 4 are confirmed in almost all of them, which at least 4 with 4 Aphrodite. Which
I mean,
is not
that
surprising.
makes sense. They're basically married.
Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me. Like, if I remember correctly, the pictures of Ares, like, he's not like a bad-looking guy whatsoever. Yeah, he's pretty jacked too. You know, I still gotta wonder, like, who came up with, like, the statue ideas? Like, who came up with the design for the statues to look for the gods? Like, how did they get the inspiration for the appearances, do you think?
Well, a lot of the Greeks were like, well, gods gotta look like us.
Yeah. So wait, if they went by the logic of, like, gods created us in their image, like, to look semi-like them, and to act semi-like them. That explains how fraternities existed.
Yeah.
But who made the fraternities first, Zeus or Apollo?
Zeus definitely gave Apollo the idea.
Do you think it was like a shared partnership of creating it?
Hey, Father, who should these fraternities pray to when they're determining stuff? Oh, I don't know. Pray to us both, I guess.
Who should they blame when they get an STD? You.
Oh, right, I'm the god of medicine. That makes sense.
Wait, what was one of his titles of gods? I didn't understand you.
God of medicine.
You know? I feel like he probably used that then, and that is why he's so comfortable with having so many partners. This makes so much sense now.
Yeah, he's immune to STDs.
The more we joke about this, like, I know we started this as a joke, but the more we joke about Apollo's love life, the more his love life makes sense.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
Is this what happens when I'm awake at 1:30 in the morning and don't have an energy drink?
Damn it, I don't want a fucking horsey. Give me literally any Alolan form.
But tonight, you're gonna have to tell me the story about that in the DMs in the future. But yeah, no, going back to the idea I had, just like, but after reading about Apollo's love life, I feel like before the fade to black moment in the D&D session, Apollo to go, don't step to the left. Your party is disgusted as we fade to black.
Step to the left. Crisscross. That is a
How many partners he has? You should name it Apollo. Well, I don't know if you're allowed to use Magby, are you?
Theoretically, sure, but it doesn't learn any spinning move aside from fire spin, most likely.
What'd you count? Yeah, actually, would Flame Wheel count? Because can it learn Flame Wheel?
I doubt it can.
I don't know Magby's move pool. Because I know Magmar gets Flame Wheel, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. Gets Fire Punch.
But yeah, no, the Greeks are friggin' wild. So last time Magmar was available, I hope is in Gen 8. No, they were available in Gen 9.
I mean, I literally saw one in a den, so...
Yeah, it gets Flame Wheel.
We've already
At
gotten
level-
Arcanine.
Well, I also don't know, like...
Nope.
I also don't know what you count as the definition of a spin. Because I guess Flame Wheel is more of a roll.
That's a spin.
Okay, I wasn't sure, so...
I mean, you're literally seeing the moves pop up in the rules section.
I think Godie's saying...
Jupiter.
Maybe that's why Apollo didn't care in God games. He just wanted to get back to doing his partners.
He goes back to his room to be waited on by 20 fucking individuals, and he's like, I didn't really care about the sirens.
Unless I can bang them later.
I don't like fish.
Like, goddamn. Like, I was so surprised to find that out about Apollo. Like, I already knew, like, that was, like, one of his, like, god titles at one point. Because I read about it in high school, but, like, I forgot about it because, like, this was... I haven't been in high school for years now. But I was like, of course. Just all the Greek gods can't keep it in their pants. Literally all of them.
Where the fuck am I going?
I don't know how... Do you think Hades would stay loyal if he could leave the underworld?
Maybe. Seems more likely to than any of the other men.
Yeah, because, like, oh wait, hasn't he kind of left the underworld before, but, like, with restrictions?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess he would. Because there was plenty of opportunities. He was probably had to, like, drag other women down there, so he's just like, nah.
Your character was a fun one in the campaign because it got away with playing a rogue dryad. Nice. God, for fucking sake, I'm going to kill you. Let me leave.
But yeah, no, if I did do that D&D campaign with, like, Greek gods, I would want to incorporate a couple of them for sure. Obviously, probably Zeus. Because, like, a lot of people like Zeus. Like, I'm neutral towards him.
Okay.
I feel like it would be cool to have, like, the main blacksmith be Ares.
Oh my gosh! Stop. Okay. Ares is the blacksmith.
Would he be the blacksmith?
No. It makes more sense for it to be Hephaestus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, or maybe one of the bad guys could, well, not actually bad guys. Like, he could be make you morally question yourself, and you have to fight him. For Ares.
Maybe.
And then, like, I could, like, set up trials, have Athena's be, like, based off the mind.
Ah, okay. Oh, it's right here.
Oh god, like, Athena, it's like, you're not even actually fighting Athena, it's a trial of the mind. Like, you're in your own mindscape, basically.
Gah. Oh,
And you're basically
Fjord.
fighting yourself. Like, what did you say, Magus? You feel tired?
I'm getting Fjord.
I looked at your chat, and the only thing I see is murder the deer.
Indeed.
Taking Kitsune out of context.
Okay, I highly doubt we can catch this thing. I'm gonna throw a ball anyway, see what happens. That was way more shakes than I thought it would be. Damn it, he broke my Beyblade.
Blades were dangerous when they broke. Like, do you know how those things would explode?
Dangerously.
I didn't even play with Blades as a kid, and I had to duck one of them. I was more of a Bakugan kid.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Bakugan?
No.
I'm sorry for you, Magus. You're missing out. Against the wall. Gotta give it your all. Yeah, I'm from a farming town, so honestly, murdering deer's not out of the question. Actually, there was 2 deer that you weren't allowed to kill, or you would actually go to jail for life, where I used to live. Because one was half albino, one was pure albino.
Cool.
They're so rare in deer, like... Someone new moved to the town, tried to shoot it because they didn't know the law. Let's just say they didn't live in that town very long.
Makes sense, though.
Yeah, like, you should know the laws before you move somewhere, I feel like, right?
I see you. That is a fucking Porygon. There's something that I'm looking for, and it would be really nice if we can find it.
What you looking for?
Go away. A viable Alolan form that we can catch. Preferably one in a raid. So that we don't have to worry about something 3 times our level. What's the joke of the day? Ah. Okay.
You
Fuck
make
that.
holy water, hero. I don't think that's in chat. Did she comment?
How do I make holy water? I don't know.
Why is Kitsune saying hi, Nissa? Did she pop in?
Mayhap.
I'm not seeing her in the chat. Is my chat broken? I'm on top
Because
messages.
Porygon.
Damn it, hero. Oh, it's because you had a Porygon on your screen. That's why I said hi, Nissa.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for letting me hang out with you the last couple streams.
Yeah, of course. Okay, that's a goalet. I mean, fucking rad, but not what we're looking for.
Can Golett spin?
It can learn Gyro Ball.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a spin. Or you're getting it chucked at your head, one of the two. And both would hurt.
I think it can learn Heavy Slam, too.
Well, that's not a spin, then, I would think.
It actually is. It's one of those where it rolls you over.
Well, true, then again, I guess I don't know how else Golett would get down there. He's pretty big.
basically any of the viable things are moves that involve spinning, rotation, or other shades of car. Although we're definitely going to be turning in soon because I am
Yeah, and I have to go work out in the morning. In like 6 hours.
So unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to unlock the special spinning that we're going to be able to do. It technically isn't spinning in the traditional sense, but it's a metaphoric spinning that is something that we need to be doing in order to obtain some cool stuff. Go Fest Day 2, lots of Zacian raids, nice. That's right, good job, Just a Pocket.
What would you assume if, like, let's say you had to go, like, ask, like, Apollo, like, to teach you an instrument you've always wanted to learn, and on the way, like, he approves the request, and on the way out, what would you do if he handed you a bag of medicine and said, take this, you might need it?
I would probably be very suspicious. 'Cause not only is he the god of medicine, but he's also the god of prophecy. And if he was giving me something that crazy, I would probably be very wary.
And he just points down at the ground, like you stepped in something too. As he's handing you the medicine.
If Apollo was giving me anything and being cryptic about it, I would worry. What did
if
Zeus
Hermes
tell
gave
Just a
you
Pocket
mail?
to kill? Everything. Just a Pocket is our assassination tool.
Honestly, what if Hermes gave you something and he was cryptic about it? Or would that just be a Hermes move?
That's just a Hermes move. Golett, the automaton Pokemon. Its movements are powered by a mysterious energy. It has continued to move since ancient times, so its power may soon run out. We'll worry about naming it later if we can give it an appropriate moveset. I just wanted to clear that raid out of there if we can actually get something useful. We might have to run into the polar zone. At least that's a lot more navigable without flight. That's right, I use big words. I know how to say navigable.
Biggest asshole. Who's the biggest asshole Greek god in your opinion?
Zeus. I feel like he causes too many problems.
Google AI agrees with you.
Alright, so we can make...
540 people on Reddit also agree with you.
I'm not surprised.
7 people voted for Hades. He doesn't do jack shit. He pretty much just sits in the underworld all day. Is he being a jerk by not being able to get involved? Like, that wasn't his choice.
Pretty fucking much.
Why was he banished from the underworld again?
Wait, how the fuck is Ice Spinner already a move we can create?
Was that an earthquake or just something just a trailer?
I have no idea.
It like shook me.
Agua. Okay. Oh, we can make more fire spin if we ever need it. Oh. Wait a second.
That's alright. I thought Hades was like banished there. Some things are saying that he chose to go there.
Thank fuck. It has an actual move that we can use.
Did Hades choose to go there?
To the underworld?
Oh, no. Yeah.
I mean, he essentially won the underworld. They basically drew straws once everything was fine, and Poseidon got the sea, Zeus got the sky.
Yeah, because it's like, everything was saying, like, Zeus chose the sky, Poseidon chose the sea, Hades chose this. And I was like, I don't remember him really choosing it. Oh, that's why. Wait, he chose it, because he did it as a sort of way to keep an eye on the Titans and ensure they never escape.
Makes sense.
So that makes Hades the front lines. Woo.
Yep, yep.
Dude, what the fuck is going on outside my trailer?
I have no clue.
This is the third time I've shaken my whole trailer.
Winds.
It could be a cat.
Words.
It's 2 a.m. I'm just like, god damn.
No, 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 fuck no.
I still don't fully understand why they opened the wind bag.
All I gotta do is open this bag.
Well, no, when they were first given the instructions not to.
Yeah, I know. It's probably because they needed plot.
Like, they had one simple instruction: don't open the bag.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why I
how
don't
it
feel
goes.
bad. Like, that's why I don't feel bad for any of Odysseus' crew after that point. The ones who died to the giants and cyclopses and stuff, like the cyclopses, that I feel bad for. They just wanted to go home. But the ones who opened the wind bag, that's on them.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Die.
But here's the thing, even it's pretty much implied that even Odysseus is like, nope, there's literally no treasure in here. Kitsune. Like, you can tell the guy who gave him the wind bag is just like BSing them.
Well, what
the
happened,
treasure.
I'm fairly certain, is the whole point was to test Odysseus's, like, honesty with his crew and shit. Odysseus is like, don't open this bag, it contains the winds. And the crew's like, yeah, I don't believe you. That god messengers said it was treasure, I'm gonna say it's treasure. And I don't think you would share that treasure, so I'm gonna take that treasure.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Odysseus has no reason to lie to them, even up until that point and after. He's like, and even like you can tell he's like, why the hell would I lie to you guys?
Exactly. Because they're stupid.
Yeah, no, me and Kitsune remembered it the same way from the Odyssey. Just like, we know Odysseus, I know Odysseus said it wasn't treasure, even after the god told them, just like, just follow Captain's orders.
Don't
Usually if
chew
you
on my
listen...
coat.
Bowstring on your coat?
The mighty creature known as Fuea Coco.
I like white cocoa. I want to get a hot cocoa mug that's a white cocoa, so that way I have a white cocoa.
What about Fue Coco Fueing Coco?
Ooh, like a little teapot for my cocoa?
Yes.
That would be amazing, actually. Because I actually need to get a teapot. Even though I don't drink tea, I use the teapot for other things. Like ramen. Hot cocoa.
Confuse Ray! Which we can use because ducks.
Honestly, if I was Odysseus, this is for Kitsune, but it's also like to you too. Like, if I was Odysseus, I just would have left them as pigs. I would have been so done with their shit.
Yeah, but then Eurylochus would have been right. And it would have just been him and Eurylochus for the end of times. Holy shit!
Even Hermes is like, dude, this is stupid. They
We actually
betrayed you
caught
so much.
a level 50-something Pokemon! Geodude, the rock Pokemon. If you step on a Geodude sleeping on the ground, you'll hear a zapping sound and feel a tingling shock throughout your entire body. Out of curiosity, let's find out if this thing has any viable moves. Roll out.
I think you said that counted as a spin earlier, when I asked. Yeah, because it's the same concept as Flame Wheel. Or are you doing it based off the animation?
And Gyro Ball. Those are the only two valid moves. Yeah, building
That's
specifically for rollout's not really that great.
But yeah.
Alright, the internet is getting a little bit wonky. Alright.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if, like, I would be worried that Apollo handed me the medicine because, like, something dangerous is about to happen, or because I came in contact with him.
Alright.
From that earlier question, just like, here's some medicine, buddy. You might need it.
I did.
I feel like if any of the Greek gods besides Hermes handed me medicine and was cryptic, I would be worried.
An Alolan Geodude. Its body's actually a
I feel like-
magnetic stone. Iron sand gets stuck to the bits that's of especially strong magnetism. You already finished your assignment? It was a walk in the park, she lied. So battling isn't your only talent. You've got a knack for catching Pokemon. By the by, this is the best school uniform in the game.
I forgot that you could go to Blueberry Academy this early.
Yeah. Technically, you can go even earlier. You have to complete, like, the first teeny tiny section of the first DLC before it lets you go here, but your progress is halted. This lesson, actually. This lesson is the last thing that you're able to do without completing the first DLC. Blueberry
my Switch
quests.
starts working. I'm gonna play through the DLC.
Yeah, I can't remember if you can start doing blueberry quests early or not. But what I do know is you cannot go into the club room until you have a particular fight, which you cannot do because plot.
I don't understand why they felt the
You aren't
need to
quite ready to
connect.
progress further in the adventure awaiting you at Blueberry Academy. You'll first completed your main adventure in the Paltea Arena by completing the professor's last task. Conclude the assignment you were given during your school trip. Okay, we did that. Can we at least go to the club room? Or was this all a waste of time?
Oh yeah, Kitsune. What would you do if you got a bag of medicine from Apollo and all he said was you might need it later? Because we know Magus's answer. I would just be worried about what I touched while I was talking to Apollo. So what's your answer, Kitsune?
Rude.
But yeah, no, like, especially if, like, Zeus was the one who handed me the medicine, I would be worried, because, like, as much of an asshole as Zeus is, he's kind of straightforward. One of the more straightforward gods is being cryptic. You know you're just screwed.
Alright, that's rude. I fucking hate this.
What did it do to you?
So, we can't
So you just-
actually access the gambling machine.
Oh yeah, because you have to do the teal mask stuff first.
No, we already finished the teal mask.
Oh.
What it wants
What?
is we have to beat Carmine. And apparently, this fucking battle doesn't trigger until you beat the game.
You know, I feel like that's a pretty realistic answer from the times I've talked to Kitsune in other servers and stuff.
Okay, that's so fucking lame. That would have been so much more interesting. It's really lame and I hate it. That's really stupid.
I could give you a challenge question and try like make you feel smart.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I guess I'll give you the challenge question. Outside of battle facilities, how many NPCs in all of the Pokemon franchise use a Dawn fan? In the video games?
-3.
Like made through. No. But you're not far off.
5.
No. You were actually technically closer with -3.
2.
You're very close.
1.
Yes, exactly 1.
Wow.
Why does Game Freak hate Dawn fans so much, though?
Same reason they hate Patrat and the monkeys.
Okay, I don't think you can say they hated the Patrat line. Did you see how many people on Team Plasma had that friggin' thing?
And then they never showed up on the Switch until Legends ZA.
Like, dude, there was a Patrat up everyone's ass in that region.
They went like 10 fucking years without showing up in a game.
There's 10 years worth of Patrats in Black and White and Black and White too. I think we're good. Until
that's fair.
ZA comes out. Next, I would give you a Rodrigo. I would give you a Sprigatito egg if I could, but my Switch isn't being my friend.
Okay, yeah, there's no hope. Okay, we're just going to end the stream on the sad note that we have to beat the game to get access to gambling. Sigh.
Oh, is gambling the thing that can give you a Master Ball?
Feasibly, I think, yeah.
That's probably why. Maybe you have to get to the point of getting the first Master Ball?
Technically, yes, because you get your first Master Ball by completing the main story.
How did you feel about the gym road when you first did this? Like, which one of the 3 roads did you prefer the most?
I mean, I played them in a relative power scaling order, which means I was kind of running around the map like a chicken with its head cut off. I was one of the first people to quickly understand that, oh, the farther away you get from Mesagoza, the stronger enemies get. And, you know, like, the, simple thing, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Simple shit, like, why am I blanking? I am so bleh. Simple shit. Simple shit. Cannot speak. Sorry, my brain is Swiss cheese. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the the level scaling in this game is very dumb, but I understood it very quickly. So it was never like an issue of me running into a fight I couldn't handle.
I feel like at least the gyms should have adjusted to where you were at in the game.
Yeah, but that would require more planning, and they didn't do that.
This game was hyped up for like 2 years too. They had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, but this is Game Freak. They're a small indie company. You have to understand that.
Can you call them a small indie company anymore?
It's a joke.
Because they're part of the Pokemon company as a whole.
It's a joke.
Okay, because, like, I know a few years ago you wouldn't have been wrong, but I'm like, are they still? Because, like, really their big main game is Pokemon, and they do have other games, so I don't know how that would count.
Because they're really not. You don't get any of the jokes. Game Freak has been a big company. They are A-listers. It's a running joke because of how few people they seem to put on a project.
Yeah. No, I got what you were saying, but it got me thinking. I'm like, because I don't know how, like, when you stop counting as an indie company, because really only one of their games, like, launched off. But they do have other games besides Pokemon, but you'd never see them.
Yeah. Anyway, we are going to have a bit of a training arc. Everything in here that we consider worthwhile is going to be leveled up. Oh yeah, I forgot we had a shiny bitch. This is Rouletta. Can't use her. And yes, Nyx, you're still able to evolve any level 100 Pokemon if you give it a rare candy.
I think they also added that code to traded Pokemon now too for Scarlet and Violet, if I remember correctly.
That has nothing to do with it. The whole point is if your Pokemon needs to level up to evolve and it is already max level, it can evolve by using a rare candy on it.
Yeah, because like I read somewhere that you can do it to a Haunter in Scarlet and Violet, but not Sword and Shield if you got the Haunter from a trade.
The Haunter's already going to instantly evolve, and there's no way to stop it unless that Haunter was already... Unless you were literally that bitch Mindy There's no way to stop a trait evolution once it's started.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Because like the example was like you can now stop Mindy in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Is that possible?
I said I don't know if it is possible. I have not tested it myself. I just read it in a few different spots. Make time. Did you
No,
stream
info.
or is it being weird?
It's probably being dumb. I don't know. Either way, everything of importance in this box is going to be leveled up to about 40, give or take. And once we get there, we will see what we can do. I don't think either of these are going to be helpful. And we'll have one more evolution at least. I think in a couple levels Arcade will evolve, so I'll get Arcade up to 39, and then we'll evolve him with a candy. But all of that said, I think this one might also evolve relatively soon. I'll candy that one, but for now it is almost, actually it is 4 a.m., so I am going to go to sleep. I am fucking tired. Thank you all for being here. Be excellent to each other. And you don't know the line, do you, Alexis?
No, I haven't been here for the end yet because we normally have to get the hay.
Fair. And party on, dudes.